all the land, you know,
Yes, yes.
I would need, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, no. So there's Star Cookie. Right. Are there settings here? Can I make people, what is this? Speech translation, live stream, recording, read AI. Yeah, yeah. Does read AI? What does it want to manage add-on? Speech translation, Figma. What is all this rubbish? Right, meeting tools. What's going on here, man? Okay, so there's the chat. There's the people. Where's the settings?
Ding dong.
Joey wants to come in. Now he's going to talk. Joey's going to talk. And, okay, let me admit both of you. Let me just admit it. You guys, hey, Joey and everybody. Welcome. I'm live on StreamYard, so I just started the group, so we've got the link. So no one can hear you. I don't think. I don't, maybe they can, maybe they can't.
Hello?
No. Yes, I'm confused now. So Joey, we live on StreamYard and on Arena Social. Did everybody hear Joey say hello?
Hello.
Did you guys hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him on StreamYard. So.
Okay, good Lord. So Joey, they are hearing you on StreamYard, and through StreamYard, they're hearing you on Arena Social and all the Facebooks and all the whatevers. That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive, actually.
So how do I make you guys admins and mods and stuff so that you can approve people who want to join? Or can you approve people who want to join already?
No idea, but just so you know, I just got home, so I'll be just leaving the call on the side. I'll be listening, but I won't be able to participate much. I have many things I need to do.
Fine. Just listen then, and do your many things. Meeting records, captions. Okay, but then how do I... Joey, this is stupid. I'm just saying it. It's stupid that I can't just... There's like 3 little dots there, and I can't make people, Why can't I make people admins? I'm going to punch someone in the face, I swear. What is this? That's stupid. Show more. Team viewer. What is all of this? Everything that you don't need and don't want. There's Dog Cookie. It's, hey, it's me, B. Welcome to the Punk Show.
Wouldn't that be like, hey, it's me, Star Cookie? No?
Oh. Welcome to the Punk Show.
Well, I didn't get an invite for that on an email myself.
I don't know. Well, I didn't. I sent out a link to the event.
Yeah. And that event had a link.
Somewhere around there. There must be a nice cappuccino, because I think we're going to hit 100K market cap on Funk tonight. I can see like dudes were like all Malik's boys were like extracting their investments to make a quick buck.
Yeah. This has a lot of potential whenever it starts getting mainstream. I think we're very close.
I gotta find my cappuccino. So people say,
"What of those just now?"
What are we doing live everywhere? We are preparing for a big meeting with all our directors And we might even just keep streaming because you can hear it all anyway. So maybe seeing I messed up with the link share, but I think it'll be a nice flex, if a lot of our community are on that thingy and people can see, good Lord, that's a cool community. Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, son.
Yeah, just flexing.
Someone
See, are
wants
you
access.
able to, yeah, so are you able to let them in?
No, it doesn't pop up there. Where is?
Where's the settings? Or maybe I have to ask GPT, how do I
Where's
make
the
people
original
mods?
event link?
I don't know. All the WhatsApps. I send it on all the WhatsApp groups and the things and the whatevers. I'm having an anxiety attack just thinking about it. Oh, I even forgot to put the kettle on now. Man.
Okay.
Let's see.
So if I go and then I say I am going,
Yeah.
maybe it'll give me powers.
Some power. I don't know. Don't know. Senior choice. I blame senior choice.
So now I've got a tick.
Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah, we can
working?
hear you, and we still blame you.
Let's go.
Am I audible?
You are
Can
audible,
you
Robert.
hear
I can hear you.
me?
Robert, yes.
Robert Murray.
Yeah, like
Go.
if I knew your full first name, I'd call it out right now. You've told me, but it's not done like a Rob or a Steve, I know that.
Why
But more
didn't it send
syllables.
out the link with that invite thingy? Senior choice. Why?
I'm curious. Last week it just sent a pack. It was the calendar with the linky. Now it's
Yeah.
just the calendar.
It's stupid,
Well-
but anyway.
Is choice not the coordination of community things?
Yeah, I am already DMing everybody with the linky. We good.
No, meaning it's your fault. I mean,
Yeah, look.
just
Someone
looking for
must
someone
be
to blame.
blamed. Yeah.
Go for it. I'll take the blame. Good sir.
Here comes one
Excellent.
Mr. Kevin Holford. Yes, coming in to join the meeting.
Why did I put Eat Any Burgers on the stage and then they disappeared? What's going on?
Mr. Waji Hassan.
Did someone take Mr. Burgers off the stage here? Because I added him. And then he disappeared on StreamYards. Mr. Eats Any Burgers.
Mr. Eats Only Burgers.
Let's try again. Mr. Eats Any Burgers.
Bum, 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 bum.
Can you hear us?
Ish, 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 ish.
Are we audible?
Let me see here. I remember when I was a man trapped in a woman's body for 9 months. Things were very complicated.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've still got 15 minutes before the meeting starts. So, yeah, sounds like my my very, very beautiful wife is arrived back from her trip. Man, it's like a random. I need to stop looking at all these links. It's just random. Random.
Random links.
They're all random. I'm gonna try and keep an eye on all the different platforms and stuff. Let's see. I hear my wife coming in here. Hello, Mr. Nasson. Here comes Mr. Nasson. Here's my beautiful wife. Hello, my beautiful wife. Oh, you're just in time for big meetings, live shows, interviews. Don't act like you've been traveling all day. Ma très belle femme. Okay, where are we at? Mrs. Funk. Mrs. Funk's like been flying all over the place, traveling, whatever she comes. She's like looks fresh, smells nice. I mean, I can't even like walk from here to the kitchen without looking like I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. All right, 10 minutes till the meeting starts. Man, I gotta find what that I want to share here. Nee. Good Lord, man. So many documents and things here. Glossary of terms. This is us preparing for a big meeting. We're just sitting here. Rob's breathing hard into his mic. I'm lost, standing here in the dark. Why am I standing here in the dark? Oh, garage doors open. It's like, where's all these bugs coming from?
I'm a mouth breather. I breathe air and stuff with my mouth and nose. Yeah.
I think you do it with nose and mouth. It's important to breathe, I guess. You know?
I mean, based on my revelations, I have been called Nostradamus from time to time.
Yes, you can see the future through your nose. Nostradamus. Or you look down at the future
Through
over your nose. Yeah, you're like, silly future, quaint future. I guess we need to send all these Arena Social people a nice fat tip. Ding dong.
Someone's bing bonging, man.
Man, this cappuccino is so weak. I like a cappuccino to be strong enough to lift itself,
Oh.
Ach no, that's a crappuccino. Let me see.
I believe
it is Buddykins. Buddykins is awesome.
Well, all these eager people.
Barefoot and Buddy. Barefoot and Buddy. They are very cool. Man, I guess what I should do is, okay, where's my PowerPoint?
10 minutes.
10 minutes to the meeting, then we start. I'm shared out the link early because I'm incompetent that I didn't send the link with the original email invite thingy. So what is this? Oh, there's so many things that are open here. Window. How the window goes, hidey hi, in the town where I was born, lived a man who sailed the sea, and he told us of his life in the yellow submarine. Hey, we all live in the yellow submarine, I enjoy those Muppet thingies. There was a bad guy in one of them, and then he doesn't go he says maniacal laugh. Guten Tag, Jordan. 6 more on Arena, and then I'll throw you a tip. Tip of the iceberg. Yeah, let's have a look. Donk, 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 donk. Letting go of your funk, not the sharpest thing you can do right now. Not very clever, but it's awesome. I mean, our floor is holding at 95,000 market cap. Just imagine what Citadel's going to look like. I mean, that's going to be a market capitosis. 8 minutes and the meeting will begin. Who's in here? I'm just going to have a look in the chat section of the meeting. Ding dong. There we go. Hodl. Yes, hodl. I'm excited. We're doing a lot. Jeez, there's a lot of cool things happening. Leonard, are you excited and nervous? We're just excited. Or just nervous?
Yeah, I was trying to click through 52 tabs to try and find this one. I think I'm excited. I think people are going to really enjoy what we have to show them tonight.
That's good news. This is a terrible cappuccino, man. What is going on? This is supposed to be nice. It is really... You know what? If this was tea, it would have been called nasty. God help me. Oh. You know when people put like a random thing in the middle of the floor, like a shoe or something, and then you don't want to like step on it, so you just slightly move around it, and it's just not your normal path, and then you like hit your top thigh on the sharp end of a table. Like, what do you say? Do you get angry at the person? Do you get angry at the situation? Ding dong. Maybe I must just set it to let anybody in who's got the link. I don't know. But that will make me nervous because there's so many scammers and, you know, those guys. Hello, can you hear me? Hey, how good to see you guys. We are launching a token. Get out of here. Yes, Leonard, remember that guy that came on the stage in Discord?
Oh, yeah. Crazy stuff, bro. I mean, we've had some... Yeah, I think I've banned so many people in this Discord, Like, so many scammy links and weirdo stuff, man. Y'all have banned so many people.
Oh, the bugs are coming in. Sorry, can we close that garage door? Thank you. Sorry. Okay, so what are we doing here? Let me see. We're sharing this thing over here. Hello, my baby. Did you have a nice day? Good. Oh. It went people and it said, did someone let whoever needed to come in? I'm now unimpressed with Google Meet. Official. All right. Only Google Eats Meets, yeah. I mean, it is like really stupid, eh? I can't make anybody admins or mods or... You just hear typings and stuff going on. Someone wants to join. What do we admit? We admit nothing. All right. So the Funk token, which is pretty cool, is currently just hovering it. It's $95,000 market cap floor. Here comes the mighty Gunther. It is so quiet. How do I play music in this place? Hello, Gunther. How you doing, man? Hey, Gunther. How you doing? Hey, Gunther. How you doing? John. Yoni. Joshua Frederick. Yeah, that sounds like a famous person. This is terrible cappuccino. So welcome everybody. We just we're live on a lot of platforms while we're live in here because I messed up with this. Either I messed up or Google Meet is stupid in that it doesn't send out the invite to the event thingy automatically. It's so stupid. But my wife said she'll come and give me a hug to make me feel better. Here comes Mohammed. Okay, I've got to keep an eye here because I can't create any. Hello, wife. Admit all. Why doesn't it just automatically let people join if you invited them? Senior Choice, do you know the answer to that question?
No idea, good sir. I'm wondering why you have to accept everybody one by one. I think that the emails need to be added prior the event starts for them to kind of be able to join automatically. So you need to have like a solid list of emails so once they hop in, they can access right away.
There we go. So we need to collect emails. I got a bunch of emails of people who accepted the thing, so I'll do a snapshot then. But it seems like nobody reads their emails.
Happens, but when you attach the calendar invite tweet, like they get notification to say yes, so they can then lock it in and see it on their calendars and get notifications and stuff.
Hello.
Oh, there's the FQ.
Hey, FQ.
What up?
Good man. So just like last time when you sent out the link and everyone who accepted the invite got actually the link immediately, which got saved into the calendar. This time a few got confused, so then shared the link with them separately.
Yeah, I don't know. That's stupid. I mean, it's really stupid. It's like I invite people to come to my meeting.
Hey. Sorry, Unc, isn't
yes
FQ strategic guy?
What? You're trolling him.
No. So wouldn't
I'll figure out a different name for this.
Shared responsibility with Sir Choice for the email problem?
Hola.
What up, folks?
Yo.
Yo.
The peeps is arriving. You are presenting. Stop presenting. Maybe other people put cameras on. It won't be so dead. Are you guys tired? Has it been a long day? Has it been a long weekend, a long year, a long 5 years? Yeah, that's better. Derek is Joshua Frederick. Let's go.
What's up, guys?
It's good to see you, brother. How's this, Gunther? Hey, there we have a pretty Shaka, and it's a Rhonda Simmons, of course. And then a very Gunther. I don't know if men are supposed to be pretty, but we'll roll with it, you know. Gunther's a very pretty dude, yeah, very, very pretty.
I'm just trying to sort out my camera here, then I'll switch it back on.
Well, it is on. We can see you. There's Jacques.
Oh, you can? Oh, okay. Shows you what I know.
Hey guys,
Hello.
I have no idea what this background is.
That's very pretty. We like it.
It is very pretty. Yes.
I'll leave it.
Exacto. What is this? Is this Arena? Yeah. So, oh, I see Arena. Let's send them all a tip, man. Most of them are there for tips and stuff. Don't step in front of a moving bus. There's your tip. Probably not a good idea to stand in front of a not moving bus either, you know. How do I live without you? How do I see like all the tiles?
I'm not sure if you can all in one go.
That's a little bit silly. Meeting tools. Yeah, no, it's a little bit silly. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm trying to find StreamYard.
Joshua's background.
Why do I have a naked funk behind me? Oh my god!
Well, that's literally what I look like in real life. So, you know. Naked funk. Okay, we're just waiting for a bunch more people to join, and please type hello in the comments when you arrive, or you can unmute, switch on your cameras, whatever. It's like Eats Only Streets. Let me see here. Where did I put StreamYard? I've got so many things open here. StreamYard. There it is. There it is. There we go. That'll be easier for people to see. They don't need to see us over there. Let's just do this on StreamYard. There we go. We do that, then we do no. Yes. Oh, there we go. That's good. So the guys on Arena. Hey, Elric, good to see you. Welcome to our meeting. Barefoot and Buddy just had to go and feed their camels. I'm wondering if that's like literal, you know. Senior Choice, do you have camels?
I don't own any, so yeah, no, not in my side of the world. I think that it's not the weather for them. Pretty rainy here.
I don't know. I'm not an expert on Islam, but I feel like you're a bad Muslim if you don't at least have 5 camels.
Maybe if you're from the Middle East, but here the standard is different.
Are you from the Southeast, not the Middle East?
I'm from the South America, yeah.
So instead of camels, what do you have, like yaks, or what do you have there?
Capybaras, sir. Capybaras.
Is it just donkeys that side?
Do you know the capybaras and the dancers?
Capybaras, yes, the capybara, those little angry things.
They became trendy worldwide, and they're actually from South America, but Japan made them famous. Yeah.
So, well, I mean, then they're snacky barras.
Yeah, we got those around.
All right. Hey, there's Spencer Allen. Hey, Spencer. Right. So we're at 19 people in here. We've got 300 odd watching on Arena Social and a bunch on other platforms. And let's just, I think we'll probably give it another, 3 minutes. People are joining the whole time. And then I'll introduce, we've got some speakers today. So the first test, I want to test everybody in the comments. It's a test, right? The term LSM, what does it stand for? Hey, Crypto Arena. The term LSM.
Would that be like a LMS, LSM?
Don't troll already
sausage
complicated things. Robert Lee Murray.
A
from
montage
Midrand.
of long sausages, like a long sausage montage.
Hello, Aussie. Aussie, oi. So, Kathy and Carla with Nathan. So there we were, all standing around, trying to enjoy ourselves a little bit of a shrimp in the barbie, and suddenly one of those new fangled dingo riders shows up riding a dingo. Here comes Lax. Yes, you can write the comments. Welcome. Yeah. Evidently, we have to smile more. I ain't got time to bleed. So in the comments, nobody knows what LSM is. Oh, Leonard, you have your hands full tonight, bro. These are the ignorant masses, my man.
We ready.
Why am I hearing you twice? Just do that again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, twice.
I can only hear him. I can only hear him once.
Yeah, only once here too.
Okay.
Maybe he's in StreamYard as well.
Are you in StreamYard as well, Leonard?
I am, yes, indeed.
Get out of there! You get out of StreamYard.
My mic. I mean, my mic, it should be fine now, I think.
Yes,
So-
there we go. Good job.
So, Andrew, if we are
Lazy,
talking-
smelly men. Yes, Rob.
if we are talking about assets and ships, could it be a
Yes.
landing ship medium?
Listen, you and my brother-in-law Carl, I'm going to lock you two in a room together, because in a meeting, it's just like dad jokes from one end to the other. Little shiny monkeys. Joshua, I'm locking you in there with Robert and Carl. There's no mercy from these dudes. Okay. Lucille, safety mechanics. Well, I mean, it's relevant.
Yeah, not far off.
I mean, people aren't even Googling it or trying their AI. They're just like living standards measure. Oh, Gunther Google.
Now, car music.
Check it, Elliot. They're like least stake mechanism tiers. Lame short maniacs. What? I know you want to, Rob. Just say whatever you want to say.
Get it out of your system. Man.
I'm fine, thank you, Jason. I think everyone knows.
I can just see him getting ready to explode.
Oh boy. All right. Malak started following. It's so strange. Some of these. Okay. I reckon we better start this meeting. Okay. So I'm just gonna give everybody a quick Liberty specialty markets. Good Lord, man. Gunther got it right. Living standard measure. And so tonight, what we're going to discuss, and Leonard's going to chat a bit, and then Jason will give a bit of a preamble, and then I'll jump into everything. But just as an introduction, welcome everybody. It's wonderful to see you all here. Welcome to the viewers everywhere. Usually we would end the stream, but because when I set up the event invite, it didn't add the invitation part, the Google Meet link. So so everybody's in for a treat. They're about to see all the alpha. So I encourage you, hey Mavis, to before we start sharing anything, if you're in the ecosystem, just grab some Funk. If you want to know where to buy Funk, funk.africa has got links to everything, to all the discords, the where to buy. I encourage you to grab some. We're going to grab a lot of drop a lot of alpha tonight, and you'll see how fast the Funk token is candling right now, because since last Sunday we've been dropping more and more alpha. And those of you who understand what it is, I encourage you, just grab if you can, because it's going to pretty much be ridiculously expensive. Bless you, Gunther. By the time you think, oh, I should have grabbed some. Also, the packs on the marketplace at home.ospgame.com, you'll see there's a marketplace there. Those of you who know what is going on, we're about to limit those quantities. So those of you who want to go shopping, because once we start limiting quantities, don't whine, please. Web3 is an interesting place, man. You tell people, listen, jump in, now's pre-sale, now's this, now's that, and then when it launches, they whine and complain because they don't get it at the price that they wanted. And you're like, dude, we've been saying this for like 4 months, So we're telling you now, we've got a solid roadmap on the way to our big TGE. Yes, rob the bank. Okay, so our objective has always been, our drive is altruistic, and our objective has been to take, for an example, a poor kid in a poor nation. So let's say Somalia's famous, or Uganda's famous for incredible poverty. So that kid being able to, just with their phone, enter our ecosystem with a zero barrier to entry, and then if they are diligent, become a millionaire. Now how long that takes just depends on how hard we work as a community. If we've got this shared goal of people's lives changing financially. So what I encourage you to do is, if you're coming in here driven by fear, nervousness about your own bags, stuff like that, just shift your mind, because the more nervous you are about your own bags, the more chance you have of failing and causing many around you to fail. You've got to think community. You've got to think team. You've got to think like a scrum. In rugby, we scrum down and then we push against the other team. So we push together. We climb in and we do things together as a community, because those of us who are handling the economics and the tokenomics, and the gameplay and the asset-driven economy, economics, we are just thinking the whole time about how we can make sure that. So we're thinking continuously about how we can make sure that you always have solid assets attached to whatever tokens or sorry, I couldn't. I don't know how to make people admin or moderators. So I've got to also like add people as they arrive. So our focus the whole time is to make sure that whatever tokens you buy, they're attached to physical assets that are worth more than that token itself, so that the token is not you're not exposed. You're so if you understand the financial ecosystem of the Citadel in general, knowing that so many games will be built there, and all those players are going to come through the Citadel itself, and there are many, many, many ways for you to generate income by interacting with those players on a commercial level. Your life can change. That's our goal. So whether we achieve it or not is not a guarantee anybody can make. We might be a unicorn, or we might be unicorn poo. Don't know. But we are throwing heart and soul into our passion is to create a $1 billion ecosystem. All right. So, let me just. What on earth? Zen girl boobs, remove viewer, goodbye. What on the... Anyway, okay. So what I've asked Blush to do is to help you understand how you actually earn money in our ecosystem. And so he's going to explain the Courage ecosystem, what Courage is, and help you understand how we base our entire strategy on that super low LSM. You're going to learn what the word LSM is. And it's important to us that everybody in our ecosystem starts to understand that everybody in our ecosystem starts to understand a little bit of economics, even at a base level, that you can understand how to go from one market segment to another in your personal life, in your commercial life. Everything, every drop of the future is online. The Holy Grail is Ready Player One. We are heart and soul aiming for that. And it's important for every single person in our ecosystem to see that we're serious. We know what we're doing. We know what we're talking about. We've been dreaming about this for 20 years. We've been working on it since technology was available for the past 3.5 years to achieve our goals. So without further ado, Leonard, are you ready?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. Do you want to share a document or something?
Yes, just give me a moment, Unc. Sorry, my PC is just freezing up. If you can just keep
okay,
talking
no problem.
to people. Sorry.
Keine Problem. So in the comments, B, don't you? Okay, now I was gonna say I'm just gonna do this in our, so I can get rid of this Zen girl boobs. Freaking, there we go. You want some more of those like that? spam. Yeah, I'm spamming my own. There we go. Oh my words, 520 viewers. You know what? I'll just tip everybody anyway. Here it comes, everybody. Sponsored by the very generous Giorgio. Here it comes. 520 people about to get tipped. Vaccinated. Okay. So especially the people who have invested in this game, have invested in the Myth ecosystem, if you're able to see the vision, jump in with us, double down, feel free to ask questions so that you are not at the mercy of ignorance. We are building something incredible, and we need believers with us. Len, are you going to let me know when you're ready? Or are you waiting for me to finish talking? Okay. Makes only beats. Josh says, I am ignorantly merciful. Yes. All right. Joshua's like boobs. Yeah, there was someone who had a terrible name on Arena Social. Okay, so I'll quickly show you. I'll share something here while Leonard is busy getting ready. Okay, I just got to find the correct thing to share. So our founder funnel utilizes because my tag, whatever is Marija. Yeah, there's multiple streams, Marija, everywhere. Multiple. We're almost 1,000 people watching, plus all of you in the Google Meet. So obviously, I prioritize the questions here in the Google Meet. And what I'm going to do now is, where is the thing I want to share? Stand by. That's Arena. That's StreamYard. And this is Google Meet. Okay. So what you're seeing there is the Funk token itself, and this is the only way to buy the property inside the inside Funky Town, which is inside the arena. So I explained that quite a lot. I'm not going to go into too much detail today, but the biggest properties are 250 million Funk. I'm not sure what that is in the dollars right now, but it's going up. I think in the past week we've jumped from a $60,000 market cap. We're closing in on $100,000 market cap now. Joey says, if anyone wants to learn how to buy Funk, just message him. Joey's our head of Web3, so you can reach out to him and he can help you. So what you're looking at there is people who are investing and holding. You can say, I see that our community are hodlers. So Leonard, I'm just going until you're ready.
Yes, that's 100%.
Okay. So then, okay. So then with Funk, which is on AVAX, so we're doing a lot of funnels. This is the first one on AVAX. So we're going to bring like people on the AVAX chain into the Citadel ecosystem. All roads lead to Citadel. Next up, we'll either be targeting Base or Solana as well to bring those communities into Citadel. We're very focused. We go live every single day. We target different communities. We're very, very consistent. So what you're seeing here is these are NFTs that will allow you to buy different properties in Funky Town, which is, man, there's okay. So I want to give you a, so inside the Citadel, you'll see there's a central spire in the Citadel itself. And then if you're a seat holder, there's all the seats in those buildings and stuff there. And then you'll see there's these founder, they're usually geodesic domes, and inside of them, inside of these founder domes, so Rob has got one, there's 500 properties in there. I've got 500 properties. Jason's got 500 properties, and Joey's got 500 properties. So inside mine, it's called Funky Town, and it's it's a wild place with a lot of music and a lot of fun and loud everything. There's even laser shows in the street. Rob's one is more like Egypt themed, and mine is currently where we are moving stock. So I think someone has already, there's one person who bought 8 of these 250 million Funk properties. So what does that allow you? So these properties in general, commercial properties, which you'll hear a lot about as we go forward, allow you have a license to sell things to players. So I'm just going to zoom in here. So then you'll have a banana for scale, you see. So that's like a single block. So that one, that commercial So I'll just start over here. So if you've got a Funkette, I don't know if it's possible. You really have to convince people to sell. There's only 50 Funkettes and 200 Funkies. That gives you like a residential property that you can own or rent out. There's the Funks residential property, and then these over here commercial. So this one allows you to sell guns and armor. That's the size of one block, and then you've got a little residential property on top. This one allows you to sell vehicles and also guns and armor and stuff. It really focuses on fire teams, which is 5 players, and raids, which is 10 players, and that means you can sell frigates, tanks, racing vehicles, stuff like that. And then this one over here, these 250 million, that's your tier 3 commercial property. It's pretty huge. It's like 5 properties by 5 properties, and you can sell frigates. I mean, well, you can sell frigates if you want, but dreadnoughts, carriers, stuff that can handle 100 players. So clans would really go shopping here for people who own these things. So if you got 250 million Funk, you would then buy a commercial NFT that gives you this massive piece of property, and it's in Funky Town, so that means that it's Funk themed. You see, so it will be all neon-y and bright and kitsch and cringe, which is my vibe. But if you had to buy something from the King Tut area, it would probably have more like an Egyptian vibe to it, etc., etc. So right now we're working on balancing out the supply. So there's only X amount of space. There's 250 of these blocks over here, and if someone has already got 8 of these, that means there's less blocks for the other shops and stuff. So if you want to be inside Funky Town and you want to rent to people who want to, I guess you kind of would say either you want to hang out with me specifically or want to rent to people who want to hang out with me, because that's where I'll be streaming from there and all sorts of stuff. That's where we would be. And if you want to be selling things with neon themes and flying things with neon themes, that's where you'd hang out. So in that area over there, see 5 commercial blocks, 250 million Funk. So there can be 40 of these, or 200 of the commercial blocks, or I think 100 of these tier 2 commercial blocks. You see, so if you understand what I just shared, you definitely want to hold as much of the Funk token as you possibly can, because you can't get this from being a seat holder or owning one of the big clan packs or whatever. I've got Funky Town so that we can sell as much Funk as possible to hit the ability to tip on Arena. So our target there is to have a market cap of $300,000. Then we'll be able to tip Funk on Arena, and then we'll have a proper training funnel for people who come from Web 2. And we'll do a massive Web 2 campaign to get people to come hang out, and we'll be tipping them in Funk, in that coin. Leonard, we're running out of time, brother.
Yes, no, I am ready.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so that short, boring interlude.
Sorry, there was just some final thingies that needed to be done.
Okay, great. So I'm going to unshare mine. And you can now share yours. Yeah.
Okay, where is this thing?
This is the most unattractive presentation session I've ever done in my life.
When technical issues hit you whilst live.
When technical issues hit, indeed.
I mean, if I'd known I had to talk for 30 minutes, I would have stood and walked around and been more animated.
Can you guys see my screen?
We cannot. Where are you sharing? Are you on Google Meet?
Yes, let me try again. Oh my.
Oh my. Negatory, Ghost Rider.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to share.
Oh, this is so stupid. Where's the permissions and stuff on this pathetic software? Let contributions. Yeah, okay. Where do I fix the stupid software? More options, settings, general, meeting, reactions, desktop, leave empty calls, raise your hand. So you're saying you can't share your... Okay.
I cannot. No.
Send it to me, then I'll be your scrolly person.
Where's the file?
Okay. Anybody who wanted to invest, their brain is now gone. We'll wait like weeks before they look at this again. Okay, Leonard, we'll do it next time. So let me I'll just go for it. Just give me a chance to stand up, and then I'll just go for it.
What I can do is I can stream on.
No, you can't. You have to send it to me, and then I'll stream it here. We're not going to stream on StreamYard, and then this and that all. You'll give me a full-on anxiety attack, and then I'm useless again for days and days. Okay. So what we were about to share today. So Leonard, are you able to send me that thing?
Yes,
is it a science? Does it require quantum physics? Is it
no?
What's going on?
Well, so what it
Look,
might
we just lost $1
require-
million from Muhammad Hamad. See there.
Wow.
What does it require?
It requires a little bit of correlation.
Sorry, I'm facing mega technical difficulties.
Yeah,
That is what it is.
Leonard, wait. Which document is it? Is it the?
Did you update something that I was looking at earlier that I'm able to just refresh?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna WhatsApp you now the Google Drive link with both of the files in it. So if you want to use the
Okay. Sorry, let me just
Word,
ask. Were you using Google Docs?
yeah. So it's the same doc I posted in the economy chat earlier. You can
what's
just
the title?
refresh
What's it called? Citadel Hub
Understanding the
Metaverse?
OSP and Citadel Economy Ladder.
Okay, so if I understand it right, the document that I have open already. So can you see the document right now?
Yes.
So can you see me typing Len? Did you see that change?
Where did you do that? Right at the top.
Yeah. So did you see that? Just making sure it's the same document.
Yep. It's
okay.
that one. That's the
I'll
one.
share
That's
this
the
then.
one.
Okay, stand by, everybody. Here it
And
comes.
we're off. Let's go.
Okay. I am not a fan of Google Meet anymore. As a matter of fact, I might even rebel against Google Meet. So people are going to say, can we meet with Google Meet? I'm probably going to say, no, I'd rather do smoke signals. Let's see here. I would rather get my eyes out with a spoon and send them to you to show me what you want to show me. All right, let's make sure this is the right document. That correct?
Yes, sir.
That's the one.
Okay, so you'll have to tell me, scroll, please. I'll try and keep up with you. Okay,
No
here we
worries.
go.
Okay,
All
cool.
yours, sir.
All right, awesome. So just scroll down a bit so we can just see the whole glossary. Okay, so tonight what I'm going to be showing you guys is essentially the separate from our Citadel token and the Funk. and all of that, we're going to be showing you Courage. So Courage is also is a very integral part of our system and our ecosystem, as that is how you are going to be earning the in-game currency that matters, that is not Valor. So Valor is just going to be your normal in-game currency that you earn while you're playing the game, for example, in Wave, to spend on your turrets and those sorts of stuff. Courage is going to be an actual currency that you can earn in-game by completing activities such as defeating the waves, defeating the boss, and other in-game related activities that we will bring out eventually. And that, the Courage is linked. We're going to link the Courage to the dollar value. So as you see there, 100 Courage is going to be $1. And I just put some other stuff here for some guys who maybe are from Web 2 that don't really understand a lot of the terms we're going to be using in this presentation. So for example, CTL is going to be our Citadel token. That's the overarching token that is essentially the most important token of the entire ecosystem. NFT is your non-fungible token. That's the unique digital assets that you guys are going to be earning in the form of cards to obviously have turrets, cosmetics, character upgrades, those sorts of stuff. Just scroll down a bit, Unc. Not that far, sorry, go up a bit. Yeah, so packs. So we're mainly going to be focusing on packs in this presentation tonight, as that is what we are currently focusing on rolling out in the near future. So packs, it's going to be your booster style card packs, like you guys are very well aware of. You open a pack, you get, for example, 3 cards, 5 cards, 10 cards in a pack, and those are going to be the NFTs that you earn, and then you can spend the courage that you guys have earned on buying those packs. And obviously then from there, you can list your NFTs on the market. You can use them yourself, all those sorts of stuff. Courage Sync, that's essentially just a term that we use for you to spend your courage on various different items in our ecosystem. Like I mentioned now, the packs, there's going to be some other things in the future that we're also going to allow you guys to spend courage on, like the infusion system and those sorts of things. Now, LSM. The main thing that Unc wants everybody to understand is LSM is essentially a term and a measurement of the living standards of individuals across the globe. So each country individually on Earth has an LSM that is directly attributed to that country's economy and the standards of that, well, the living standards of that country. But we're working on obviously a global LSM here. So I took the global LSM standards for every country on Earth, and we adapted our Citadel economy and the OSP economy to fit that. So essentially what that means is we as Citadel, we are looking to provide a path for individuals who are now in the lowest LSMs. You'll see now once we scroll a bit through more, once we get a bit more through this document. The lowest LSM on Earth at the moment, I believe it's $90 a month. So that is what individuals in those areas on Earth need on a monthly basis for them to be able to survive. So we are building Citadel, and everything that we build is built around that measurement of, we want to provide a sustainable way for individuals to pull themselves out of that poverty line up through the different LSMs, so that we can give them a way that they can take care of themselves, take care of their families, and use the Citadel OSP, the ecosystem, all of that as that sustainable way for them to achieve those goals. Let's just scroll down a bit, Unc. Okay, so this was just a little summary of what I just spoke about. You can go down again.
I think just go over all of this again, because people are still very, very confused. So just, keep exactly the way you're doing it, nice and simple. Remember that the average person listening doesn't understand economics at all, let alone Web3 economics. So you're doing a great job. So just, keep going through the stuff again and again.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, as mentioned, we have linked the courage value that is going to be, it's going to be 100 courage for every, for $1. So every 100 courage that you earn in game, it's so we're not making any guarantees or any promises or anything like that, but we're using a system of 100 courage to $1 for you to be able to buy your packs. And for example, there's going to be packs that we're going to be selling. One will start, for example, at $5. So you need to earn 500 courage for you to be able to buy that pack, which then is going to, well, then relates to $5. The Citadel, well, CTL, as mentioned, that is our overarching token in Citadel that is essentially the most important asset out of everything that you need to hold on to is that CTL token, because that relates to everything in our ecosystem revolves around the CTL, the Citadel token. NFTs are going to be your assets, so that's going to be your cards that you hold. So for example, your Lucille's, the Katsus that will be coming soon, those are going to be your NFT assets, as well as the healers and the damage dealer assets. You can hold on to those, and those will also generate courage for you on a daily basis. But the goal is obviously to hold on to as many assets as you can, and then you can obviously also sell those assets for income and off ramp. And we'll show you that now later in the document. And that's also going to relate to the properties, the plots. I'll touch a little bit on that in this document, but we're going to expand a bit more on that. I believe Jason's going to speak about that a bit later. And these are essentially the assets in our ecosystem that you need to hold on to and that you need to strive to get to generate your courage on a daily basis and a weekly basis. Packs, again, are going to be like your generic card packs that you have that you can open. And then in these packs will be about 3 to 10 cards, depending on the type of pack that you buy. Obviously, varying rarity. There'll be some higher packs for more courage and dollar that you can buy that'll obviously guarantee you like a legendary. It'll guarantee you an exotic. It'll guarantee you rare, something like that. So that is what the pack system is. You essentially use your courage, you buy the pack for 500 courage, and then you open the pack, you get your NFTs. Courage sinks, again, just basically what I explained with the packs. It's going to be the way you spend your courage in our entire ecosystem, be it on the card packs, be it on Infusion, the Infusion system, which will come in the future. We'll expand more on that for you guys. And then there'll be more other items and things that you guys can spend your courage that you earn in-game and just through various other activities in the ecosystem that you can spend your courage on. LSM, again, is your living standards measure. And we have built the entire economy for Citadel around the lowest LSM module, which essentially means that we have built the entire ecosystem for the Citadel around the lowest standard of living measure on the planet, to allow those individuals, like a kid from Somalia, like Anko was mentioning, like a kid from Somalia, all he has is a cell phone. He gets that cell phone, he downloads our mobile game that we're going to bring out. He plays the mobile game, he starts earning some courage, he gets involved in the ecosystem, and then from there, depending on how diligent this individual is, how committed this individual is, he can genuinely use our well, that is the whole goal that we're going for. They can use our ecosystem to bring themselves out of poverty and climb up that LSM ladder from lower to middle class. And you'll see now, I'll give more examples on that in a bit. Okay, so the entire OSP and Citadel economy, it's more than just entertainment. It's more than just what you guys see in front of you. As mentioned, my presentation is going to be more around the purpose and the greater purpose for what we're trying to do at Citadel and OSP. Obviously, we're still going to be touching on courage. So essentially, the entire system that we're creating is there to create an opportunity for anybody on this planet to get involved and to earn themselves a living, earn themselves extra income, earn themselves whatever form it might take for them. Like I said, be it an extra bit of income that they can use on whatever they want, or be it that they can earn income to actually be able to survive on a monthly basis. That is what we are building this entire ecosystem around. You can go down a bit, Unc. Okay, so on this bullet, you'll see, I specifically want you guys to focus on the third bullet, the pathway, survival, stability, and middle class. So survival is going to be now for those individuals that I mentioned to you that are living under the poverty line. They are very much not able to survive or barely able to survive on a monthly basis. So the Citadel will give them or provide them an opportunity to use our ecosystem they start at the survival level. Then as they earn and as they engage and play and take part in activities, quests, holding assets, all of those things, all the different factors of our ecosystem, they will then generate stability for themselves, for their family, for whatever they want. Whoever is around them in their life, they will generate stability in that sense. And then that will push them up the different LSM levels from below the poverty line to more a survivable middle class situation where they can then think about more than just surviving on a daily basis. And yes, and again, sorry, I'm just on the fourth point, please also focus on that. We are trying to build and trying to generate a ladder for individuals such as this out of poverty. That is the goal that we are going behind. You're going to hear me saying that a lot tonight, that is the entire reason for what we are doing here. Because as you know, Andrew is involved in real world NGO activities, and he as a very much a driving force has given us this way of thinking to build Citadel around that aspect of we want to help that individual in Somalia or wherever else it might be get themselves into a better situation. You can go down. So essentially this is just again a little bit of an explanation for you guys on what LSM is. Again, it's essentially just a reflection of the living standards of individuals around the planet. And we have based it on the lowest one, which you scroll down a bit, Unc. You'll see here. So these are the LSMs that we have worked, that I've based this entire system off of. So you'll see LSM1 is your extreme poverty line. These individuals are earning less than $2.50 a day, which equates to $65 a month. That $65 that you see here a day is what these individuals in an extreme poverty situation need to be able to generate on a monthly basis to survive. So we have created this system to give them the opportunity to generate that $65 a month, be it through engagement, playing the game, earning NFTs, all the different systems we have. And then as you see here, I've listed LSM 2, 3, 4, 5, and then obviously 5+. Then they'll be able to build themselves up through gathering courage, getting Citadel, holding NFTs, getting a plot of land on the Citadel, so that they can generate this income and increase this income for them on a monthly basis. You'll see earlier, or if you'll remember earlier, what I mentioned, it's survival, sustainability, and then middle class. So that is what this represents. So they will start here on LSM1 for obviously those extremely poor individuals. They'll start on LSM1 on $65, and as they engage month on month, then they'll generate more assets, they'll generate more Citadel, they'll generate more income for themselves in more ways. And obviously we will have, because I know this is a massive factor for Rob and Andrew, they will have courses in place and training in place where we will do our absolute best to train and, what's the right word? I can't think of it now, but essentially give these individuals the right tools and the right understanding, mainly the understanding necessary to be able to see what they have to do, how they have to do it, and how they can do it within our ecosystem. Because cool, we can give a phone to someone in Somalia and say, okay, play our game and start earning. They're not going to know what to do. So our goal also, just besides all of this, is also training, learning on teaching every single individual who comes into this ecosystem on how they can use it to better their own life. Be it, like I said, a little bit of side money for yourself to go do whatever you want with it, or genuinely being it to use that money to uplift yourself out of a very, very terrible situation that you are in, a very, very struggling situation that you're in at the moment. And that is what we're doing here. So you can scroll down a bit, Unc. Yeah, no, you can go down. I'll just cover the bullets again. So again, LSM, it's your living standards measure. It just measures the living standards of individuals around in different countries around the planet. We've based it on a global scale. So if you guys go search LSM for South Africa, LSM for America, LSM for Norway, you guys will get different LSMs than what I've provided here. We've based it on a global scale because obviously all roads lead to the Citadel. So we've based this entire thing on a global LSM, not a per country LSM. And this research that I've done here and based all of this off is actually by World Bank statistics that they've done. I believe it was last year was the most recent one, where they have actually gone and measured all of these LSMs over the planet and then obviously combined it to give a global standard or a global average. Again, LSM1 is your extreme poverty. And, oh, actually, it's perfect. Just go down a tiny bit, Unc. There you go. So you'll see here what I mentioned from survival through to stability and then middle class. So they will start, these individuals will start in a survival aspect where they will just be playing this game and getting involved in this ecosystem and getting involved in the community to survive, to give themselves a means for survival where they obviously don't have to go and do something else. I mean, I'm sure everyone here has seen and heard the horror stories of a lot of what these individuals, these poor kids have to go do in these countries that are that have extreme poverty like this. I won't get into details on that, but I'm sure all of you have seen that. So we want to give them that ability to pull themselves out of that extreme survival. And then what you guys see here with reinvestment is as they start earning more than the survival rate, which is at $65, then they can start thinking about, okay, cool, what can I do with the rest of this money so that I can provide myself stability, to provide myself a way to start climbing this ladder to get out of where I am right now. And that is where your reinvestment comes in. So that reinvestment is going to entail things like buying an NFT or buying a plot or selling an NFT for Citadel, which then obviously they'll use the Citadel to buy the plot. And this model here is what they will use to pull themselves out of that. And then you'll see after reinvestment, there's transition. So transition essentially entails the time where then they will go from reinvesting to then actually being able to use the rest of that money then now for their personal lives and to be able to do other things and consider other things outside of the ecosystem, such as obviously education, taking care of other things, taking care of the family, that sort of thing. And then of also transition, that has a dual meaning here. Then transition is essentially their transition out of poverty, out of survival, into then the middle class, which essentially will then, because I mean, if you guys look here, $65 to $250 a month is massive, massive, massive for these individuals, and just for anybody here, because everything you guys see here with this model, you can obviously also apply on your personal basis. We've just chosen to focus on this aspect so that you guys can understand from a fundamental level where the Citadel is coming from, where the Citadel is going, and why the Citadel is here. It's to provide a means for individuals such as this. Gabdana bedank. Okay, so we have courage earnings and caps per source. So essentially how this works is these are going to be the different elements to how you guys can earn courage at the moment. Obviously, these will be adapted. There'll be more things added, those sorts of things now. But this is just a basis for us to work from so that you guys can get a general idea of how to generate your courage and where it's going to come from. Okay, so gameplay, you'll see that is going to be playing at the moment. Obviously, it's going to be Operation Safe Place Defense, our current alphas that is out at the moment. It's going to be playing a game like that, but obviously, eventually, it is going to branch out into the other games that we're going to be doing. Social will be your things like the quest that we'll put on the Discord, and that falls in with the quests as well. That'll be things like liking a post, making a post, liking a page, all those sorts of things will fall into the social and quests aspect that you guys can then also do to earn some more courage on a monthly and weekly basis. NFT and Citadel holdings. Essentially, at this point in time, we have decided that we're not going to put a cap on those at the moment on earnings. So the more assets that you hold, because that is, again, what Citadel is based around, is the more assets you hold, the better for yourself. And I'm sure you'll hear Andrew and Jason also speak about this in a little bit, is the entire ecosystem of Citadel is built off of that as well, of holding your assets, holding onto them, and making investments to get those assets so that you can generate passive income for yourselves. Property holdings, same as NFT holdings. Any districts that you buy, any plots that you buy, any land that you have, the incentive for you is to hold onto it and rent that out. Ideally, we'll get to that in a bit, but essentially hold. that is the gist of this system. You can go down a bit, Ank. Again, so these are all working numbers. So they will be tweaked. There will be all of those things, but this is a general basis for you guys to work from and to understand how courage will be earned for you guys based on your different assets, based on your holdings, and based on your activity in the community. Again, the gameplay is just playing the game. Social is going to be your different social and quest is going to be your different interacting with posts, commenting on a post, liking something, following a page, those sorts of things. Essentially, as much social interaction that you can generate, the better for yourself, because you will actually be rewarded for that. And again, you just go down a bit. NFT and properties, essentially hold on to those because those are going to be generating you an earning that won't have a cap. So for example, when you play the game, there will be a weekly cap on a daily basis. So you beat the waves, you get up to a point where you can generate 250 courage for yourselves a day. NFTs and properties won't have that cap, because obviously the more that you hold, the better for the ecosystem. Go down a bit, Ank. Okay, so this is an extremely important aspect of the entire model, because it's going to, as it's mentioning here, it's going to focus on entry, investing, and exit in the economy. So as you guys saw earlier, what I mentioned with the LSM model of survival investing, or survival investing / stability and middle income, or middle class, sorry. This is essentially how that's going to work. And like I mentioned, all of this that I'm discussing now, it works the same for any individual in the ecosystem, not just obviously the LSM, like the lower LSM individuals. So how it works is you interact with our ecosystem in 3 stages. Your entry is going to be earning your courage, which, as you saw just now, it's going to be your gameplay, your social, and your quests, your holdings. That is how you enter, in this sense, into the what's it called? Yeah, I'm blanking here. That is going to be how you enter into the flow of, yeah, there you go. Fantastic. That is going to be how you enter into the flow of getting your courage, investing it into more assets. So that means buying a pack with your courage, opening it, you get your NFTs. Obviously, there'll be different packs. You'll see it just now a bit later in this document. And then investing essentially means you can then decide to hold that NFT, keep it there. It's going to generate passive courage for you, or you can essentially sell that NFT, get whatever amount of Citadel you're going to get for it, and then reinvest that Citadel in something else, be it buying a plot, getting another NFT that you want, anything along those sorts of lines. And then exit will be for players then listing their NFT on the marketplace, selling it for Citadel, and then obviously you'll off-ramp that for real-world income. And that is where that model of the LSM model comes in, where they then can use the Citadel that they earn to off-ramp that, and then use that real-world income to take care of themselves and pull themselves out of poverty. You can go down a bit, Unc. Again, so I'm going to emphasize here what you guys saw Uncle typing here. There is zero barrier of entry into our ecosystem whatsoever. So that example that we're using of a kid in Somalia having a cell phone, downloading the game, starting to play and earn courage, that is genuinely how it will be. There is no barrier for entry for anybody looking to come into the ecosystem. They can start and they can start earning. It's as simple as that. So again, like you see here, you enter into the ecosystem, you play, and then you start earning courage. There's no barrier to entry. There's no ifs and or buts. It's as simple as that. You're going to be investing into packs, NFTs, and properties. That is now when you use your courage to buy a pack. You open the pack, you get your NFTs. You want to either sell it or buy another NFT, or buy a property with the Citadel that you've got from selling that NFT, or selling whatever other asset. You reinvest that into the ecosystem, into your own holdings, so that obviously then you can get something that you want, or get an asset that you want to start using, be it in-game or a property that you want to use. Exit is you sell your NFTs to then generate Citadel, and you off-ramp that Citadel for real-world income that then you can use to take care of your IRL, which means in real life issues, problems, or generally whatever you want to use it for. That's your business. And as you see at the end, that closed loop essentially ensures the sustainability of the entire ecosystem, where you come in, no barrier to entry, you earn your courage, you spend your courage on NFTs, you hold those NFTs or you sell them, you get your courage, you get your Citadel, you off-ramp that, get your real-world income, and then the ecosystem carries on like that in a loop. You can go down, Unc. Okay, so here I was just showing you guys essentially the minimum monthly incomes at the different LSM levels, and we have chosen the lowest one as to allow for genuinely a zero barrier to entry for any individual, as anyone can come in and earn something that they can then obviously use to take care of themselves, in the sense of those individuals in the lowest LSM measure can then come in and earn something livable, earn something survivable. You can go down, Unc. So again, I'm just reiterating here for you guys, 100 courage is pegged to $1. So for every 100 courage, it's going to be $1. So if you're looking at buying a pack for $5 on the market and you've earned 500 courage, you can use the 500 courage to buy that pack. Monthly, the lowest LSM monthly is going to be between $90 to $120 per month. This matches the Go Global Poverty line, as I mentioned, that's set by the World Bank, and that's where all of this research comes from. And subsistence essentially means the ability for an individual to take care of themselves, or the lowest amount that an individual needs to take care of themselves to survive. So it just reiterates that loop of these individuals being able to take care of themselves in our ecosystem. You can go down, Unc. Okay, so now where I believe most or a lot of the individuals in this call are here for, your property districts and courage earnings. Okay, so the Citadel, Jason will dive a bit more into this in a bit. So Citadel is divided into different districts and subsectors, each with a fixed monthly courage rent. And as I mentioned earlier, there's no cap on these properties that you guys can earn courage from. So essentially, the more properties you hold, the better for yourself. You can go down, Unc. Yeah, awesome. So I'm not sure if you guys can remember the ring or the Citadel rings that Unc showed you, I believe it was a week or 2 weeks ago. This is essentially where this comes in. So you'll see the wilds is going to be, this is going to be quite a lot. So the wilds is essentially your outermost ring. So just to make it as simple for you guys to understand at this point, we'll get visuals, but to make it as simple for you guys to understand is this, what we're showing you now, this table, essentially starts on the outermost ring of the Citadel and it moves in. So for each point that you see here, it's going to move further in and in and in and in. So the wilds is your outermost ring. That's going to be your extremely casual players, your guys who will play the game. They'll get enough Citadel to buy a property. They'll buy the property, but they're not going to be as invested as, say, some of you guys who obviously like seat holders and those sorts of things, or individuals who have invested rather large amounts into the Citadel. These are just going to be guys who casually play the game or casually interact with the ecosystem. That's going to earn them 200 courage a month. Yeah, just make it a bit bigger there. Awesome. That'll earn them 200 courage per month as a casual player. Your Redeemer Circle, I'm just going to go through the values for you guys here, because as mentioned, these are the different rings of the Citadel. Your Redeemer Circle is going to be 500 Citadel a month. Ring of Faith will be 700 Citadel a month. And these, let's say these are going to be, there's going to be about, like you see here, the total plots are going to be 21,999 plots in total available on this outermost ring for these different.
Yeah, make sure you say courage, not Citadel.
Oh, courage, yes. Sorry, guys. The C is getting me, yeah.
Very good so far. Very, very good.
Yeah. So the C, all of the C that you guys see is courage. The CTDL is going to be Citadel. So apologies for that. So yeah, all of this is courage based. So you guys will earn that passive of 200 courage per month by just holding these different properties. I think we can go a bit faster through this section, because it's more so just showing the different amounts that we've come up with at the moment for the different holdings of properties. Your collector sprawl, as you guys see, will be 1,500 courage a month. The territory, these are now obviously the different names for the different districts and rings that the different districts that we have. The territories will be 2,500 courage a month. Founders ring, it'll be 3,000 courage per month. Just give me a second here. Okay, perfect. You can go down again, Unc. The high district, this is now obviously getting close. So this is now the core. It's going to be your promenade at 6,000 courage a month. Your founders capital is going to be 10,000 courage a month. Apex is going to be 25,000 courage a month. And that's 121 plots in total in the inner core. Okay, so how it's going to work is for each of these plots that you own, there will be a vacant and a tenanted earning potential. So vacant obviously means when you own the plot and there's nobody renting the plot. That is what vacant means. Tenanted obviously then means the opposite. It's going to be that when you own a property, you have a tenant, it means someone's renting it. So how it works is this is going to then make sure that everybody who owns land wants to keep that land active, wants to keep it busy and keep it alive so that you guys can get the maximum earnings out of your properties. Your vacant property drip, what essentially that means is that when there is nobody in the property, then you will earn 10% of the potential monthly rent on that property. So for example, if you'll see that when you earn 200 courage a month for that, if the property is vacant, you're going to earn 20 courage. If the property, sorry, I'm just giving you a second here. You can go down a bit. Okay. And then tenant and property share. So when the property has a tenant in, you're going to earn 80% of the total revenue of that, or the total potential of that property. So for example, if you guys have, let's just say the outermost plot, that one for 200 Citadel, and you then rent it out, you're going to be earning 160 courage from that if it has a tenant in it. 20% of that will go to the Citadel treasury. So essentially 20% of that will go back into the ecosystem of Citadel, so that we can obviously make sure that the ecosystem is healthy and functions. So again, just to reiterate, because I know we're throwing a lot of numbers at you guys, vacant property means that you guys have land or you have a plot, nobody's renting it. Tenanted property means you have property, but you have someone renting. Vacant land, if you have nobody renting, you're going to be earning 10% of the potential that you can earn from that property, which will be then 200 courage. So 10% of that is going to be 20 courage. So if you have a vacant land, it's going to be 20 courage that you're going to earn from that. If you have a tenanted land, you're going to earn 80% of the total 200%, which is going to, well, yeah, it's going to be 160 courage. And 20% of the total amount is going to go to Citadel if it's tenanted. So again, I know, like I said, we're throwing a lot of numbers at you guys. I'll say it one more time. If you can earn 200 courage in total from this property. If it's vacant, you're going to earn 20 courage. So you're going to earn 10% of the total amount of courage you can earn from that property if it's empty, vacant. If it's tenanted and you have someone renting, you can earn 80% of the total potential of that, which will be then 160 of the 200 courage that you earn, and 20% of that total, if it's tenanted, will then go back into the ecosystem, back into Citadel. And that, as you see on the last point here, that then ensures that there's no dead properties, because obviously no one wants that in a metaverse type situation where we have dead properties, no activity, those sorts of things. So it's just going to incentivize everybody to make full use, or to generate the full use of their different plots that they have, so that they can earn the maximum amount of courage that they can from those properties. You go down, Unc. So here's what I was explaining to you guys now. So you'll see here, your monthly rent, it's 200. That's the total potential. Your land, if it's tenanted, your landowner share will be 160, which is 80%, and the 40%, well, 20% will go back to the Citadel Treasury, back into the ecosystem. And then if your land is empty, you will earn a 10% total value over the entire property if you guys have not this, or if you're not renting it out whatsoever. So what this guys just shows you is whatever land that you do hold, you are very much incentivized and encouraged to rent it out and keep it alive and keep it active for as long as you do hold that. And you'll see here on each one of these, we've provided a different scaling amounts based on obviously the total possible income per plot based on the different districts. So if you can just go down to, let's just show the founder's ring. So for example, your founder's ring, it's 3,000 courage that you guys can earn per month on this. If you have it tenanted, it'll be 2,400 that you earn. 600 will go back to the Citadel. So it's not 2,400 minus 600. It's 3,000 minus 600 when it's tenanted. That'll just go into the Citadel ecosystem, like I mentioned, so we can just make sure the ecosystem and everything is healthy. But you will earn 2,400 of that when the land has a tenant, when it's being rented. But if you don't have it rented, you'll only earn 300, which is 10% of that total. You can go down, Unc. Just more values for you guys here with your promenade, your founders, capital, and the apex. These are all in the core. So these are your very much your top tier properties, the $250,000 plot, which is obviously the apex. And these are the potential earnings from that. So again, one more time, just to reiterate, you are encouraged to make sure that your land is rented and active so that you can earn the most amount of courage out of your passive monthlies that you can get from owning that land. Very much to make sure that you guys do not leave them empty, do not leave them unrented. We'll have some other tools in place that I'm sure Unc will explain to you after this that we will use then to have systems in place for you guys that you can use to manage this thing, because obviously some individuals will have quite a lot of land that they'll have to manage, and obviously you'll want to make the most use or generate the most use out of that. So make sure your lands are rented and make sure they are not empty. You go down, Unc. Okay, so these are essentially just going back to the courage sinks and the packs and some future things that we have in plan for you guys to be able to spend your hard-earned courage on. These are some examples. So just go down a bit here, Unc. So we can just have a look at, so these are the different packs that we have in planning at the moment that you guys will be able to spend that courage on. For example, first pack is going to be a starter pack. It costs $5. If you've earned 500 Citadel through whatever you've done, whatever you're busy doing, you can spend that 500 courage to buy this pack, and you'll get 3 cards out of this. They'll mainly be commons with a chance of a rare card in this pack specifically. Go down again, Unc. Your standard pack is going to be 600 courage. It's $6. Again, 3 cards, and you guys can earn all 5 tier rarities out of this pack that you obviously can buy with your courage. Your premium pack is going to be 1,200 courage. So that's $12. As we mentioned, 100 courage is going to be equal to $1. That's 5 cards. You'll get, again, all 5 tier rarities out of that, but with some guaranteed rares out of that. Your then collector's pack is going to be 5,000 courage, so that's $50. It's going to be 10 cards. Again, all 10 of those cards has, well, 9 of those cards has a chance to roll any of the 5 rarities, and the guarantee, you'll get a guaranteed legendary out of that pack. So obviously if you opt for the collector's pack, you can get a guaranteed legendary or plus. So it means a legendary, exotic, or ultra exotic out of that pack. So you can go down, Unk. So obviously, as you guys saw here on the standard pack, the $5 pack, Twisted Tinker will open it and get 3 ultra exotics out of it. On your Mythic Vault. So the Mythic Vault, we've done something a bit different here where you are going to be spending a combination of courage and then dollars for you to be able to get 12 cards. And that's going to guarantee you an exotic plus, which means an exotic or an ultra exotic in this pack. You'll get one of those out of the 12 cards. And then obviously the other 11 will then roll between the other four, well, actually all the other 5 rarities. So if you're very lucky, again, Twisted will probably get 12 ultra exotics out of this pack, just as is his custom. So you can go down here, Unk. Perfect. So some future uses of courage that we have in mind is going to be the infusion system, which I'm sure you've heard Unk talk quite a lot about. You're going to be using courage to essentially infuse your NFTs into other ones, and that is going to be the whole premise of that infusion system. Is you earn your courage, you spend your courage on obviously a lot of different things, but one of those things that you're going to have to spend your courage on is infusing your NFTs in our infusion system. We'll eventually have some cosmetics and customizations available that you guys can get with courage. So that's like skins and avatars and decorations, all those sorts of fun things and pretty things that will make use of and that you guys can get and decorate everything to make it look pretty. Crafting and enhancement. This is a very, very, very alpha, pre-alpha thing that I've put on here for now. That we've put on here for now. It's essentially going to be a system where that you can upgrade some other aspects of your character. This is now separate to your infusion system. Event participation, you'll spend some courage on entering some events and tournaments, be it maybe a PvP tournament, or there'll be a event that you guys can earn some extra rewards and things from. That'll be what your event participation is. And then your community utilities, also again, quite a bit alpha here, but we have plans in place for an entire guild system that we're going to be creating, where obviously you guys will join up in clans and guilds, and each of those will have different tiers associated with them depending on the prestige of the guild and the size of the guild. So there will be different names for the different guilds, quote unquote. But like I said, this is very, very alpha at the moment. It's just to give you guys a general idea of what is to come with some different aspects and systems that we're going to be using. And you'll use courage on upgrading some guild features and giving your guild some extra features and activities and things that you can do. You can go down, Unk. And again, just to reiterate, for now, the main use of your courage is going to be packs. Spending your courage on those packs to obviously get your NFTs. In the future, things like the infusion, cosmetics, events, guild systems, those will be coming. But for now, your main focus is going to be packs. And our focus is also to expand the utility of courage long-term to make it more engaging and make it more exciting to earn courage than just maybe 1 or 2 uses. And obviously that's just going to maintain and balance, as Fatal or Rob likes to say, I'm game balance blush. Apparently everything balance blush. It'll just balance everything across the economy so that obviously there are more uses for you guys to spend your courage on, because it's not a very good feeling if you earn, let's say, 5,000 courage, but you can only spend like 100 of that, or not 100, like 2,000 of that courage every month, when you could spend it on some more things to get some more, for example, like some cosmetics, some other things that you might enjoy having and might enjoy using. So you can go down, Unc. So then this is essentially going to play back into the LSM module that or measure that we guys showed you just now. Let's go down, Unc. We can move quite quickly because I see we are running out of time. We can move quite quickly through this one. So this is essentially just a overview of the amounts of packs that different, what would you call it, committed or casual players can earn per month. And like I said, this is very much linked to the LSM module. So this will be specifically, say, for those individuals who are trying to then obviously pull themselves up that LSM ladder, where they can get a starter pack a week, or they can make a decision to save for a premium. If they're extremely active, they can get about 3 to 4 standard packs, or they can save for the big boy collector pack. Very, very dedicated player, engages in the community, plays the game every day, does all these quests, does all these community things. He'll be able to get multiple premiums or a collector every 6 weeks. So those numbers that you see here, specifically the 6 weeks, like I said, these are all working numbers, but it's just to give you an idea of how we've structured this so that those individuals can earn these packs and use these packs to obviously climb that ladder. Go down, Unc. Again, just to reiterate on some of these points, the more active, and this even goes for you, for everybody here, everybody in the ecosystem, the more active you are in the community, in the game, in the ecosystem, the more rewarded you will be. So like I mentioned, with the quests, with the social activities, with the gameplay, with renting out your land, everything that you guys can do to stay active, to be active, to participate, to help and assist. You'll see when we show you guys this a bit more, this in a bit more detail, there is definitely going to be some rewards for assisting individuals in game, in the ecosystem, because that is what this all is about. We are trying to build a healthy ecosystem that is there for everybody. There's no clicks, there's no funny business. Everybody is welcome in the Citadel, and that is what this ensures, is that everybody has a place and that everybody can participate. Go down, Unc. And this is again just a little reiteration, because I really wanted to drive home for everybody watching how we built this around the entire LSM module. I just got down a tiny bit here, Unc. So these are, again, your different LSMs. For example, as I mentioned earlier, with your survival, stability, middle income, this is what this shows again. It's when they're in the first 2 LSMs, they're going to be, these LSMs are now based more so on our economy in the Citadel as a whole rather than the global one. So for example, if they earn 90 or below, it's considered survival. LSM 3 to 4 is where they can maybe start finding some stability with the things that they hold, so that they don't have to use everything that they earn to survive. They can hold on to some of it to obviously earn some more, and then allow themselves to climb the ladder. Middle class, again, that just illustrates the climb from survival into middle class. So when they hit that $250 mark, that is a global average of where they are then considered, for the poverty LSMs, a middle class. So then they can actually look at a lot more options for their life than just survival. And then obviously, just go down, Unc. And then LSM 7 Plus will then be for these individuals who have successfully made use of this opportunity by being incredibly diligent, incredibly committed, where they can then start investing heavily into the Citadel to then obviously earn a lot more than they would have been able to before. And as I mentioned in the last point, it's a very clear step-by-step climb for these individuals, and we'll obviously make more sure of this in some training and things that we will provide. It's a very clear step-by-step for them that they can follow, and that they can make use of, where they can then try to make use of this opportunity to uplift themselves. You can go down, Unc. Some more. And this is essentially just the type of example I brought in to show what the different committed players would look like for participating in the community. You can go down through this one, Unc. So you'll see the first one started in survival. Again, to reiterate these points to you guys, I'm sure you're sick of hearing it by now, but survival, investing, go down, Unc. And then climbing into stability. So that is what the entire model is built from. Is they survive, well, they are in a survival aspect, then they climb, well, then they start investing into the Citadel once they've beaten that stage or climbed out of that stage, and then they will get into a more stable position for themselves. Go down, Unc. We're running out of time fast here. You can go down. I think this, but we can go down, go down, go down. Okay, now here, this is something that I really want to drive home to everybody, is the OSP, and what's missing here actually is just the OSP and Citadel ecosystem, because obviously OSP is part of Citadel, is built to provide opportunity and not guarantees. With your consistent play, reinvestment, and community involvement, any individual can climb from poverty into middle-class stability, and any individual can participate in any activity in the Citadel and be able to earn from those activities that they are doing. Like I said, with the quests, with the social activities, eventually it will be with helping as well, playing the game, owning land. And then here the case study is just the example that we've been using forever. Is we've built it around that thought of a child in Somalia gets a mobile phone, he starts playing our game, they earn courage. Boxburg. Boxburg is crazy. Yeah, well, we need to show you guys some pictures of that area, but anyway, yeah, so literally anybody anywhere can pick up a phone. This is now eventually, we don't have a mobile game yet, but we're working hard on that for you guys. But just to show the no barrier to entry, anybody can get a phone. Anybody can get a mobile phone. They can start playing. They can start playing and interacting and participating, and then they can earn courage. They can then use that to open packs. They'll get their NFTs. They can keep those NFTs. They can sell them. Eventually, we can potentially maybe work out a trade system. We'll get into that some other time, though. And then gradually build up their assets so that they can support themselves and their family, and then rise through the LSM levels. Go down for me, Unc. Yeah, so again, the mission, the goal of the entire Citadel, of everything that we are doing, is to provide an opportunity for every individual involved to empower themselves in whatever form that may take, so that they can uplift themselves or generate something more on the side to obviously better their own life. Again, we'll provide structured paths for that, but we are providing opportunity. We're not providing promises in that aspect. The Somalia example, yes, and the entire ecosystem is your economic ladder. Go down, Unc. And this is something else that I know Unc is also very passionate about, is our one sole and only guarantee that we make is that we always build this community and this ecosystem and everything else that we build with our community and our ecosystem in mind. Those are first and foremost for everybody in the team that is involved. That is where we build from, and that is what we build to. And we will never tolerate any sorts of actions or comments or anything really that threatens those values or that threatens our community and our ecosystem, because that is what makes all of this work, is a beautiful community, and a beautiful community allows for a strong ecosystem. Gedaan ook. And again, we build in the light. You guys have seen that through and through. I mean, the amount of late nights we've been on the Discord where many people have joined, and you guys can see us developing the game. You guys can see us having discussions. There's nothing that is hidden. There's nothing that is off the side. It's all in the light. It's all there for you guys to see. And again, to just reiterate, we build with our community and our ecosystem in mind above everything else. That is our goal in the Citadel, in OSP, in Only Believe, in everything else that we do. That is our sole goal, is to build our community and our ecosystem. And just a tiny little summary is to cap everything off, is that the more active that you guys are in the ecosystem, the more you participate, as I mentioned, playing the game, doing the quests, doing some social activities, helping individuals, all those sorts of things. The more active you are, and obviously, like I said, renting your land, the more active you are, the better for yourselves and the better for the ecosystem in its entirety, which again is just a sole benefit to yourself and anyone else that might be involved with you. The best way that you can do that is to stay involved and to believe. Have faith in us, have faith in the team, have faith in Citadel, because we are truly committed to you guys, committed to our community, committed to our ecosystem. And I've been talking for far too long. I think that is where I'm going to leave my presentation. If you guys have any questions, you guys know where to find me. You can pop me a WhatsApp, a Discord, an email. I'm sure a lot of you have gotten emails from me. Whatever you guys have questions about, feel free to pop that through to me, and I will get on that and get you guys some more clarity if you have anything, or if you have some questions about something else or whatever it might be, feel free to engage with me. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm sure you're sick of hearing my voice by now.
Why do I do all the talking when we've got Leonard? Just asking for a friend. That was very good. All those in favor of me doing less talking and Leonard doing more talking, aye. Look there, Ken. Yeah, that was very, very good. Kenneth, uncork your mic and tell me what you thought. I don't know. I think you've been here for long enough to. What do you think of the whole idea?
I honestly believe we're going to sculpt opportunities for people to really create their own futures, like digitally as well as in real life. I think the framework is nothing short of spectacular. The amount of work you guys have put in is immense, and to see the development happening live firsthand, as well as progress, and this is mind-blowing. When you took me through it earlier in the week, I was blown away, and I'm sold still. I think not just for South Africa, but as a global opportunity, this is massive, massive, massive for people to really uplift themselves. And I think at the end of the day, the more value we can add to people's lives, and the more we can create independent entrepreneurs, whether they on chain, in the metaverse, whether they in real life, it's about imparting knowledge and wisdom. So yeah, I think this is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Someone was talking about, financial literacy. Absolutely. That's a big priority for us. Rob and Leonard literally, that's what they do. Rob's company, SA Accounting, literally focuses on financial literacy. so it's very, very exciting.
Alliteration.
Yes, alliteration. It's crazy. There's collectively almost 1,000 people watching besides our group in here. And so we've got around about 19 minutes of scheduled time left. I will stay, for another hour or two after that. And I'm sure any of our team will stay just to help you guys understand what we're building. We're going to go now into some other details around the actual land and land allocation itself. Rhonda asked how the Only Believe game fits into all of this. So the Citadel is where all gamers will come, no matter what games we build as Vision Vanguard. So Only Believe, which we know is going to be $1 billion game by itself. We needed to learn how to make games at the level that we'd like to. We needed to learn how to utilize artificial intelligence for our NPCs or non-player characters, because obviously Only Believe is going to have every single Bible character be a standalone like an AI-driven NPC. So that game is immense. But where do you launch a Web3 game with a captive audience the size of Only Believe? I mean, just in Operation Safe Place with our NFT merging or infusion system, a loadout, like a end game loadout, is going to require somewhere around 16,000 NFTs per player. So 1,000 member clan, you're looking at millions and millions and millions of NFTs. And that's just OSP. Now, something like Only Believe, which has millions and millions and millions, same kind of a similar infusion system, but a much bigger player base. Where OSP, our real target is Web3 people, and then bringing in Web2 people, because we for this to be a multi-million-dollar ecosystem, the game itself, we only need 5,000 players. So if we hit like 50,000 players, we'll unicorn it. But Only Believe, before we even launch, if we do a even slight marketing campaign through the connections that we have just through churches, because remember, we've been working with churches and stuff for 30 years. So just one church that we work with has got 12 million members. Joshua says, what does unicorn it mean? So a unicorn is a business phenomenon. So if in a couple of $1,000 economy, it would be $1 million business, and in a multi-million-dollar economy, it would be $1 billion business. So the unicorn is the utter standout. So Rhonda, just to answer your question, is we couldn't find anything that could handle the amount of NFTs and community management tools that are needed to do games like OSP and Only Believe. So we decided to build it ourselves, and Ready Player One is the holy grail, So we'll start off with people on their phones and on their PCs running around in the same universe. But we know AI is going to help us really move faster and faster to true virtual reality without the big goggles. But okay, so Jason, if you want to take 5 minutes quick, just give a preamble. I'll share this ring-a-ding-ding on screen. That was very good, Leonard. Very, very, very good. So we've got to try and make very complex things as simple as possible now. May the force be with us.
Okay. All right. Well, so the way that the Citadel in-game hub functions is in rings and districts. The rings that you see here are the visual representations that we're working on. That will be eventually an interactive artifact that you can actually go and look at. And the outer rings are where the bulk of players will likely end up. So like that's your zero barrier to entry, people earning a bit of courage, paying rent in those outer rings. The amounts of properties that are available in these outer rings are defined in the legend to the side. There's a lot of information in there right now. So essentially, the closer you are to the center, the more economic activity is happening, the larger the earnings are. And this is just to give a visual of how the Citadel is going to be laid out as a game, where the majority of it is instanced. So that means there's little servers, but everything that happens at its core, the commercial activities, all of that translates through each individual server region. Andrew, I don't know what details you want me to go through. I can power through as many as you want.
Let me see what I'm able to see here. I think just give me instructions. Click this, do that. Rabbit in, small hat.
No, because like what Leonard walked through before with the different districts and regions actually covers this really, really well. One of the aspects that
I think the bag holders just want to know, where they are and what they've got, So.
Yeah, that's going to be much easier as we expand out on this, so we can actually get the visual representation clear for them. As on this on screen, it's not going to be as easy.
Yeah. So okay.
So we'll work on that now. What I want to touch on is, because a lot of people will be thinking, okay, scale, right? A lot of this needs players, it needs individuals. That's why we have designed this in a way where everything essentially acts as a funnel. So even the lowest common denominator, the person that's at the bottom of the ladder, participates in our growth as a company, in growth when it comes to player base, through the PC-based games, the mobile-based games, the Telegram-based games. We have seen the power and then lack of any sort of value distribution that the most basic of games and economies inside Web3 have generated. As an example, Hamster Combat became a billion-dollar company just by having a basic tapping game. Now, the power there is in the circular economy, where people are not actually extracting value. They're earning, they're participating, they're growing. We're earning as they're doing so. So the scope that we have with the projects, the interconnected NFT ecosystem, where everything we do is asset driven, grows us as a company. It grows us via the platform, so the website. It grows us via the Telegram app that will be coming with it. It grows us via the mobile games, the PC games. We're talking marketing at a global scale that is driven by the individuals within the ecosystem. The marketing machine there is immense. The opportunities grow as we grow. Our economy scales by design. And that's really important to note. Baseless projects that gave little to no value to anyone grew to over $1 billion. And they did it in a matter of months with very little tangible. So what we've designed is a way for all of that to be circular, targeting demographics in wealthier regions when it comes to the higher end gameplay. There's different revenue streams attached to all of this. We're designed to be a sustainable company for ourselves and have a sustainable player-driven economy for everyone else. Something that can grow and scale over time as our user base grows. We're targeting very high growth game areas. So the styles of games that we're releasing, where we're releasing them, how we're releasing them, all of that is done by design to have maximum market impact and penetration.
Very, very good. Okay. A quick interlude. We got 10 minutes, and then we're going to keep going. I'll stay here as long as needed. Jacques, who's quickly going to introduce your digital asset management company that you guys are working on? Is Jack or Gunther? Who's going to?
Yeah, I can share. Just very, very briefly, because there's been a lot of information tonight, but I think Leonard and Jason done a great job. So what we recognized, I think, was sometimes there can be this complexity layer that goes within all of this terminology. So we wanted to create a simple way of managing not only for property owners, but also for non-property owners, and there'll be opportunities for businesses as well. There's going to be marketplace marketing opportunities within the Citadel and the gaming world. So I think there's going to be some more information next week, and we'll try and put together a bit of a presentation to help people. But in a nutshell, the digital property management solution will help support those who either are unsure or just need that extra level of information, extra level of input into their assets, what they have, how to maximize what they have, not only for themselves, but also for the community as a whole. Yeah, I mean, look, this all means a lot to us, because we're seeing it when we talk about LSM level 1. We see this firsthand, day in, day out. Kat and I, Kat's my wife, if no one knows, if anyone knows Kat. We're missionaries here in South Africa. We're based here. We see it firsthand. My background is in real estate. So we were in real estate for 15 years in the UK. And we effectively sold what we had and moved over here to just support this region. And so that's the level of importance and drive that we have to make something special. And I think what's been mapped out today just tries to, I think it just really depicts what the aim is and what we're wanting to achieve. So I think my initial interaction with OSP was 3 years ago. I don't know if you remember, Unc, but we were sitting around a dinner table and with others, and you kind of shared a little bit of what your vision was. And at the time, I remember thinking, well, I've invested in worse, so let's give it a go. And I think the journey that has been taken on since then has just been incredible. So yeah, I think this really has the economy itself is exactly what is needed. It effectively could be the beginning of the end of poverty. And so that's the weight that it carries and the motivation that drives everything. So yeah, thank you guys, and I think we'll try and do more next week and maybe get into a bit more detail. I don't know if Gunther wants to add anything.
Hi, Jack. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think you summarized it beautifully. Our heart and our desire is to make growth within the Citadel, within OSP, available for everybody. So there are certain people who don't necessarily understand Web3, or people who don't have time, or people who don't have a desire to sit and manage their properties, look at the NFTs consistently. And that's where we come in to help those people, those companies, businesses, entities, just to still grow and to remain active. And then also a big desire that we have is to assist with the financial literacy and the in-game literacy and Web3 literacy to give people the knowledge and the information and the tools they need to succeed and to grow and to get themselves out of poverty. So that's all I would like to add. And just on another note, I'm so excited for what we are building here with OSP, with Citadel, with Only Believe. It feels like the start of something amazing. And I just want to re-quote what you said just now, Jack. This feels like the beginning of the end of poverty. I'm going to write that on my wall. That's amazing.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. This feels like the beginning of the end of poverty. That's been our desire, you know. So we've identified an area where we live, and our goal is to completely wipe out poverty, top to bottom. Just wipe it out in this region, and then set a template on how other people can, you know, identify regions and do it. Okay, so Jason was sharing briefly about you know how the rings work. We as soon as possible we'll make this app available where you can actually go and have a look at what these little areas are. Very nicely done, Jason and Rob. They've been working very, I mean, the amount of work that goes on with our team it's mind-blowing. We are tireless. It's not that we're not tired, but we are tireless. So this is my request today. Is be, you know, in Web3, you tend to, you know, judge what comes next by what happened last time. You know, don't look at this through that lens. You know, look at this through a lens of passion and fire with us. And if you're able to pump in, you know, funds, pump them in, buy the packs, we'll throw our heart and soul at making things lucrative. This is all I'm doing, me personally. It's all I'm doing for the rest of my life. 51 years old, more than 30 years in NGO activity, stuff like this. I've seen through that gaming, like Ready Player One, that is how we can change the world the best. All education is going to be in the metaverse. All business is going to end up on NFTs. You know, it's real world assets are going to be matched to NFTs. They might have a different name, but what we're tackling here is the you know, I've often said over the past 3 years on every stage that I've climbed on in all these crazy X spaces and stuff, that I believe that Web3 can be for the world economy what the Reformation was for the church. You know, this is a fantastic opportunity, and we do not want to hand this thing over to vulture capitalists. You know, so if you can buy things for $10,000, $20,000, you know, $25,000, if you can put in $100,000, you can put in $1,000, if you can, you know, climb into this thing with the knowledge that all of us are all in. I don't have a plan B. We've got plan B, BEE12. B, do you want to say hello to everybody? Your plan B. Don't have B's in the chat. Hey, it's me, B. Star Cookie is B. So that's our plan B, but we don't have a plan B as in alphabetic B. This is plan A for us. All the eggs are in this basket. I believe that you fight for your life. You fight your best when you're fighting for your life. So we've got our back against the cliff. This is not a might work, it's a must work, because it's not just about our lives, it's about the lives that we desire to change. If I saw any other better way, I would have done it. We have tried every other various way, and I can without a doubt tell you that we are privileged to be alive at this time. Yeah, we've burnt the ships. There's no going back. It's you will never have an opportunity in a disruptive market segment like we do right now ever again. We will never see this in generations to come. This is like an industrial revolution or a gold rush or it's an answer to every altruist's dream. So if you're able to help us get this done, we are consistently under immense financial pressure because we have turned down and walked away from a lot of vulture capitalists will offer you a lot. They'll offer you less than you asked for and demand more than you're able to give. And that is why most of them will destroy a project. We can't do that. So we've built this on the community, and we want you to throw your heart in with us. It's expensive to build this. It's no joke. It's much cheaper than it used to be, but it's still expensive. It's challenging. It's exhausting. Okay, so just very briefly, and then we'll open it up for more comments and questions. What you see here is it's very cool. So the Apex. So we're working on what this is, but it's pretty cool. So the Apex is 11 plots, and this is what you really want to aspire to. Those 11 plots are seats on Vanguard Vision, which is our company that does everything, right? It's the company doing everything, Vanguard Vision. And we started that company with the goal of those in that company prioritizing everyone else making profit. So if your heart is there and your goal would be to own one of everything else, then we'll know, okay, you're interested, and then we'll chat to you. And then right now, it is $160,000 for one of those seats, or the equivalent in sweat equity. And we watch people who have that capability in sweat equity. Bees like mind blown. So those 11 seats, you have your own ecosystem. It's by far, the most sacrificial position of all, because those of us who sit there never talk about how much profit we're going to make. We in the year and a half that Rob and I have been talking, and then when Jason joined, we have not had one conversation talking about how much money we want to make. Every conversation we have at that level is how we create Rob, I don't know if you're able to open your mic, but Rob has such a cool way of talking about how our desire is to build $1 billion community, not a $1 billion company. No, Rob, are you available? So I know you've been working hard.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Yeah, if you want to share a bit, but why we don't really talk personal profit.
Yeah, I mean the core principle that
I think I just saw Rob's account actually drop out. He might have had a connection issue.
He's literally talking.
Yeah,
Can't you hear him?
I can't hear him. No, is he talking on StreamYard?
Yeah. Do I need to talk
I might
on
be
Google
talking on
Meet?
StreamYard. I don't know.
Oh, are you on StreamYard, Rob? You
Yeah.
need to be in Google Meet.
Let me reconnect on Google Meet. Please hold.
Okay, he's coming back to Google Meet, which is in Afrikaans giggel vlees.
Oopsie.
Can you hear me now on Google Meet?
I hear you everywhere, so I don't.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, we can
Okay,
hear you.
good. Okay, go for it. Go for
So
it.
our core building principle of what we're doing is we don't want to build a multi-billion-dollar company off the backs of our community, which is pretty much what any game or any business does. We want to build a multi-million or billion-dollar community off the backs of our company. That's pretty much it.
As you can hear, Rob is a man of many words. That's exactly right. So we don't treat our community as exit liquidity. And the moment we, if you watch our conversations, yeah, that's big time mic drop. That's how Rob rolls. If you watch our conversations, if you see how how brutal we are, I'm going to give you an example in a second. If we even sniff that people are more interested in their bags than they are about the entire community's bags, we come at you with steamrollers, man, because we want you to shift your thinking. You will lose all your money because you don't understand the power of community, the power of community as liquidity. You'll invest in another Web3 failure over and over and over because you hang out with people who've got a dog mentality. So the dog mentality is, now I know people like dogs and your dog's friendly and likes you, but your dog is still a dog. Your dog only cares about three things. It's food, its pack, and its territory. That's it. It's food, its pack, and its territory. So humans are not supposed to think like that. And that's why there's so much failure, because often they'll just snap and bite and go on and at someone else's expense. That dog will snap at another dog, and there's plenty of food. There's two bowls next to each other, and you watch like one dog biting the other one, but there's plenty of food. We don't tolerate that mentality. GDP, yes. Scheduled meeting is done and closed. If you'd like to just open your mic and share some thoughts, because I think you need to go. Rafiki, Fatakiki, Pratabiki. Okay. Can't mic at the moment. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we're in overtime right now. I hear someone was trying to talk. Go for it, Jason.
Another question that a lot of people may have is around aspects like our go-to-market. How do we execute this on all fronts when it comes to game marketing and distribution, when it comes to the Web3 side of marketing, when it comes to the community building side? Personally, in this space, I've been networking for over 8 years now. With our collective team, the Web3 team, the game development team, we have got a network that is ready for distribution. We as a team with resources are a very dangerous team in the best sense of the words. So from the biggest and the best go-to-market extension teams that you have in the space, they're there. When it comes to our ability to enter groups, chats, anything, we have that ability there. The level of interest from outside has even led to meetings now booked with very large entities that are focused on blockchain for good. So the usage of blockchain in scaling economies and redistribution of wealth and how that is handled. When it comes to the game and the game's side of distribution, again, access to the best distribution networks in the space, traditional and Web3. And we've built this up incessantly. And it's our focus was always to have the best available around us and aware of what we're doing for when the time is right, to make sure that everything that we do with the biggest impact, the biggest splash that we can possibly have. When you look at projects in the traditional gaming space with basic mobile games, well-distributed mobile games, the levels there of income and the way that it can be set up to distribute this in a manner that actually scales the companies in a healthy manner it is immense. When you look at projects like Star Citizen, they did not begin with anything more than we have now. And they scaled, they expanded out. Now imagine if a portion of that was actually doing real good in uplifting communities worldwide and making everyone a part of that. Not just through one title, but through many, where everything we do is interconnected. I know some of the best MMORPG designers out there with the current projects that they're working on, where they're implementing cross-game farming and utility now, and they're doing this in Web3. These models work, and these models scale very, very well. We're aiming for the biggest, we're aiming for the best, and we will do everything that we can, every step of the way, to make sure that we succeed.
Amen. Very good.
Very, very good. Unk, did you see your filter options at the top by any chance there?
I'm
On
very
this
impressed with this
website.
freaking thing, yeah.
So if you go to the top, you click on
Yeah.
districts.
Districts, yeah.
Look, so you choose like
high, middle, and outer.
choose a middle district, and then it'll give you the subsectors of that district, like the different areas, visually, or you can filter down further. And then if you hover over them, like the lines, then it'll
Yeah.
change. Well, those are the trade centers, or potential trade centers for the different zones.
Very, very cool.
And then eventually with the view map, then the people will be able to eventually see what is occupied and,
Yeah, I dig it. So that's the middle district. Yeah, and it's incredible how like that outer district is just these three rings.
Yeah, but if you go into the subsectors.
And it's massive there.
So go into, in the filters, back to the filters. The
okay.
next
Subsectors.
sector. So choose.
There we go.
Then there'll be wards below. Now you can look at the wards, the next filter next to the.
Oh, yeah, wards. Oh.
Then each subsection will be broken down into potentially into a ward.
Brilliant.
And then you can go to the view there, the details of the ward, and then that would show you all the available. Like if you go down there to the assembly grounds, you click on that little view button on the right.
The assembly.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
And then that would then show you the available rental spots.
Owned, reserved.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yes, there's a lot of work.
Very, very conceptual, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. Yeah. So for people to understand, why this thing's so massive, we've got to think big so that we can scale. So one of our first thoughts is, hey, Mr. Peaceful, good to see you. One of our first thoughts is we can't build for 1,000 players, or our first goal is 5,000 players, and that'll just the turnover is around about 2.5 mil. That's at 5,000 players, right? So we think, okay, like with a $50,000 marketing budget, you can dominate Facebook, because there's just no game like this, right? There's nothing comes close. All of our kind of search optimized words are so unique. I mean, you can go type in tower defense or third person tower defense on Epic Games, and Bob's your auntie. There we are. It's just so unique. So like $50,000 income. We dominate Facebook in just about every market, and now what happens if we got 50,000 players? So our planning had to be to say, okay, what happens if the city jumps to 100,000 or 200,000 players, and we've planned for that. Instagram, everything. So why Facebook is still the biggest Web2 gaming destination. The biggest clans are all still on Facebook. So have serious chats with us. Some of you are sitting with some good money. So come and have serious chats with us. Make appointments. It's a altruism-driven model. We haven't even started with the referral rewards conversation, the staking. We didn't get there tonight. We're going to have to do another thing next week. But let's answer some questions, man. Let's see who's on stage here, and then you can just put your hand up, open your mic, or you can type your questions. And the meeting is kind of officially over, but we're happy to answer whatever questions. Sleep tight, GDP. So let's have a look here. 26 others. Aaron, open up that mic, my man.
Hello, mate.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm like super pumped. But we both are, Bella and I. We're loving it, absolutely loving it. And I think I probably say this every time, but I still haven't lost that initial excitement that I saw. That's still very much there, and it's just kind of growing with every sort of meeting, and every time I think about it, or it just grows. So it's all still there, and I think the more we learn about it, because for those of you who don't know, we before we started this process a couple of months ago, we knew nothing about any of this. No, we didn't know what a crypto wallet was. We didn't know anything. So we're learning as quick as we can. But it's just been an incredible journey, and we're loving it, man. Loving it.
Yeah, we're very grateful to have you in the mix. Like we got both brothers in here. Jacques and Aaron are brothers. Let's see. I'll switch on my camera so people can stop judging me. Let's see. David Bergman, is your mic open? Do you feel like talking? The mighty Bergenator, the man with the clan. Let's see. I think we're gonna have a chat or a meeting with David at some point. Let me go back to see who else is here. Who's Ian Aether? Who does? Ian, so yeah, you can say hello in the comment, or just let us know if you can open your mic. Okay, so Barefoot and Buddykin. So yeah, Ian, you can just type how you feel about everything you've heard so far. I'm not sure at what point you came in. Barefoot and Buddykin. Who's on that account? Both of you or one of you? I think there's like a spectacular complexity to people like being able to speak. David says, out in public right now. No mic, but loving everything I'm hearing. Good. Nice. Very cool. I like it. Seems like a lot of you are very excited about what's happening, which makes us happy. Right. Okay, so none of the Barefoots and Buddykins is... okay, good. Yeah, if you guys can't speak, it's fine. Typing is good. Okay, Broden, is your mic open? Let's see if there we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. So how much of, I think you came, you would have come in to hear quite a bit of what...
Yeah, I think I missed like the first 20 minutes, but I think I seen the meat of it, all the information on the coverage and yeah, no, super excited by what I'm hearing. The fact that you're making such a sustainable, forward thinking model where everyone can grow together and benefit from it. It all sounds super exciting. Glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's awesome. And don't worry, we'll figure out what everything means practically. It's more about building like you see this little appy that I'm sharing here that Rob and Jason are working on so diligently.
The app looks really cool.
Yeah, so people can actually see what they've got, you know. So like some people like I think you've got quite a monstrous package. David's able to run 1,000-person clan, you know, like I think Spencer is in here. Spencer's still here somewhere. Spencer, are you in here? So also, you know, got a big clan package, you know, so for you guys to be able to actually see what you've got, and there's a couple of
obviously at the moment I'm not entirely sure what I got, but I trust it's gonna blow my mind anyway, and I'm really happy with seeing the direction everything is going in. I can see there's so much effort's being put into making sure it's going to be very sustainable, and that gives me a lot of trust. And yeah, it all seems really good.
Yeah, we want it to always be more than people are expecting, you know. And just you know, an update on the. I'm just trying to find like somewhere. You know, I like have a document where I was showing the different packs. Oh, I just copied and pasted them. I haven't made a document yet. Okay, everybody calm down. So last week we were talking about the potential for threshold-based reward systems. In other words, that you'd be holding land according to thresholds. And then we had some robust debate during the week whether it would be Citadel-based and dollar-based. You know, so in other words, a threshold-based reward system is where you where you've got to like maintain a certain amount. You can either stake it or hold it, but you've got to maintain that amount to keep that property. And whether it was based on Citadel or based on dollars, we just realized after a while that unless we have ridiculous like security measures in place, people are going to manipulate those markets to get other people to lose their holdings so that they can snap them up. So we have changed that entire model just to make everything. We've gone back to what we wanted to do. It's asset based. So all property is locked to an NFT. So you have the NFT, you have the property. You want to keep that property, you just keep the NFT, it'll generate its income. You want to sell the property, just sell the NFT. So the way that we will do threshold rewards based systems will be on staking systems and on hodling systems, you know, where we pick up what you're holding and what you're staking. But again, it's an asset driven economy, so there will be assets in there as rewards as well as tokenomics. So that's what we're working on in the background, because we want to be unprecedented in what people earn. It must be this. Our goal is, no matter what other Web3 project is out there, if people are like, why, you know, ask you all the other projects, why are you so stingy? Because you know, I walk up and down. I've got like a prayer path around our property here. It's a kilometer long. So I walk up and down, around and around and around. I do at least 7 laps every single day. You know, and I visualize it. I see that we create 1 million millionaires. You know, I just see it. Well, I want to create 1,000 myself, you know, but as an ecosystem. So when we say we're building a $1 billion company, it sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds like so pie in the sky, but look what we've done from nothing. Everything we built here was for less than $200,000. You know, everything you see so far. I'm not talking about, you know, the community building on the side and stuff. That's all pain. The nightmares and failures en route to this, but we did it. You know, we've got you. We did it, and we survived the storms that were necessary to know what we know and achieve what we're about to achieve. We've got a seasoned team. Everybody who sits on Citadel has survived immense storms, and I walk around just seeing how we are going to change people's lives to such an extent that their communities feel it, you know. Anyway, let's see who else can jabber a bit. Aaron says, there's a question: what are the risks of people setting up farming bots programs, scammers within the platform messing things up for others? So that is something very serious for us. Now, there's a couple of things. First, before we even consider scammers and bots, that we have to do to make sure that you don't fall into capital gains and shareholding or dividend tax brackets. And one of those is we've got to keep it a game. So, and that's going to help a lot with the bot programs, scammery thing. So we got to keep you as a trader. You've got to be a trader. In other words, it always has to cost you something to earn something. And that means that's why you need the digital asset management company, unless you're diligent yourself, that Gunther and Jacques are setting up, because you need to claim everything. And we are going to make sure that claiming system is relatively easy for a human being, but will be as difficult as we possibly can make it for bots. And we are doing everything in our power to actually internalize our entire ecosystem on chain. So that you don't have to go to Magic Eden, and people can't really sell anything that we're doing on Magic Eden, on Ocean Basket, or anywhere else, you know. So we're doing everything in our power to actually keep it inside, so that the AI can efficiently track scammers. You know, because what scammers are really good at is social engineering. They get to know you. They pretend to be someone that you know. So we haven't had in-depth discussions, but we've got people in our ecosystem who specialize in security, some of them being willing to actually come and help us do this stuff for free. But we are seriously thinking about everything from biometrics, you know, every possible... Where there's money, there's devils, let me tell you. You know, where there's money, the devils will crawl up out of the gutter to come and take what's yours. And yeah, evil, like evil. And I have murderous thoughts about people like that. The only thing that would, honestly, this is something you'd get to know about me, is if law allowed it, I would end their lives. So my strong feeling, I'm not stopped by my conscience. I live in a nation where people get away with murder, with the most unsafe place on earth to be a little girl. So my feelings are so strong about people who would, at other people's expense, do terrible things, that I don't only want to catch them, I want to destroy them, you know. So that is a question that I answer with fire in my heart. Like, everything we do will be about keeping you safe, you know, as much as possible, keeping our community safe. So because, you know, I got socially engineered. They reached out to me with an account of someone I knew, invited me to be on and that person invited me for an interview, and I thought I was going to do an interview, and then they stole a bunch of our accounts and cleaned out some of my wallets. And, you know, and I thought, that is a animal, you know, like, how many millions of people have they done that to? How many, you know, so it's like something I'm very passionate. If we help a kid come up, he's just finally got some money in his wallet, and that piece of rubbish, that dog, wants to steal that kid's money. Oh God, I want to find you. Like that, like there's a fire in me to just end people like that. So you know, it's like cheaters in game. We'll just put them all with other cheaters. If we catch you cheating, we'll put you on a server where you play against other cheaters. So yes, I'm very, very passionate. I know, so I know Rob and Jason Blush, you know, technical team. We, yeah, literally, Joshua, at school. I mean, you can ask if Kenneth is still Kenneth. Yeah, yes, we he wasn't in school with me, but our friendship group, like, zero tolerance for bullies.
Correct.
Correct. Yes.
Obsolete. Correct.
We certainly bully the bullies.
We stand up for the little dudes.
It is correct, Lord Kenneth, that the wolves should fear the shepherds. It is right. I'm even angry thinking about those scumbags.
Yeah, so there's a variety now of tools available that, you know, we're working towards implementing for platform security and safety from a user perspective. Wallet guards that are there to actually keep users and their wallets safe, to notify them of threats, and, well, the other AI agents that are there to provide instant access to information as well. So people that may want to know how something works in Web3, they will be able to query a lot of this direct on the platform and learn whilst they're there. So there's a hell of a lot that goes into, like, the collective of making sure that you can mitigate bot activity, people trying to game the system. This is why the earning side is not on chain. So, like, that initial entry point being courage means that we do have control over that. We can mitigate risks and we can reduce the outgoings when it comes to bot activity because we are able to monitor it. And that's really important. That's why there's been a lot of issues with Web3 games that have dual economies. Dual economies are a pretty bad idea. So dual token economies, because that bodied level of activity is really easy to game, and the companies do not have control over outcomes. With this system, we do. If you're building a game with multiple games attached to a center economy, so all the assets, the courage, the scaling of that economy becomes easier, because, you know, for us, users can purchase, they can purchase stuff in bulk. They can be buying, they can be scaling. Individuals with nothing can get in, they can scale up. But at the same time, we have control over the emissions, we have control over what is going out. So we can really do a good job of actually mitigating a lot of the risks associated with Web3 projects that end up plagued with bots. And our referral system as well, it's tied to activities. So it's not like you can just refer. Those people referred have to carry out activities as well. They have to get into the game or games. They have to participate in a whole plethora of activities in order to actually get the rewards that are coming to them. So yes, a pretty comprehensive system. We've seen many, many things, and it's like, what was it the other day that was said, Andrew, about being a pilgrim? No, being a pioneer, not a pilgrim.
I don't remember, but that sounds good.
From Han, you know, where the pilgrims have got the arrows in their backs, and the pioneers can build.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, we are at the best point right now ever to be building what we're building, because the tools are there, the technology is there, and the mistakes have already been made for us to learn from, to see firsthand, to experiment. And now here we are.
Yeah, I think, you know, just the name, the Citadel. We decided on that name. I mean, we were thinking of many names, and we just kind of collectively decided that we wanted a safe place, and an aggressively safe place. Look, you know, I'm a man of war. You know, I don't know, Kenneth. I'm a kind, soft-hearted guy.
Yeah. Black fleshy soft, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. You're like, I believe that every man, specifically man, so all the ladies, just block your ears for a second. Every man needs an enemy. You will never find out who you are until you've identified your enemy. You know, until you have someone to protect from something, you cannot achieve your potential. You know? And if you find that you currently are doing so well in life, or you have done so well protecting your family, then it's time to expand your borders. Because when a man is not at war, a man is getting fat and lazy and bringing out the post-traumatic stress disorders on his women and children. A man who, you know, has a family to protect, expands to include a bigger family. You know, women have got this incredible ability to multiply anything they're given. You know, if you've noticed, you know, it starts off with a bit of seed, and then there's a freaking human. you give them a room, and it becomes a home. They have determined, all the UNESCO studies, Jordan Peterson and that entire group went to go and study, the difference in ecosystems, in nations, the difference between a place that prospers and a place that's in poverty. And the one commonality is the places that prioritize keeping women and children safe will always flourish, because women, given the space, you can give them a dry piece of land. That chick will sit there, look at that land, and be unsatisfied. And either you or whoever is in visual range, that place is going to become fruitful. So if you create an ecosystem that just allows men to identify the enemy, that's all we need to know. Who do we fight and who do we fight for? And in an ecosystem like this, like watch how incredible the women are in our ecosystem, in our NGO. That's our policy. You don't get in a chick's way, bro. Any man who's been married for long enough and has started to get to know how his wife operates. I've done hundreds and hundreds of marital counselings, and I tell him, listen, my man, if you're in your wife's way, why are you in her domain so much? You should be fighting war and just popping into a domain from time to time for a little recharge. A phone recharges for 20 minutes and goes for an entire day. You need to be out there. You need to be wild. I don't mean literally out there, but I mean tackling monstrous battles and wars, and not responding to the cowardice that the social construct is trying to produce within us. We live in a world where we're all confused about what we're supposed to do. I'm not going to tackle people's sexuality, but I will always tackle people's purpose. And there is nothing more wonderful than someone who's found a battle worth fighting. And that's something I want to ask. Who both men and women tackling a purpose? So a purpose. I have to say it like an American. I'll chew some bubblegum. Purpose. But since you have joined this ecosystem, you're starting to feel more and more like you're actually fighting a battle that you like fighting. You found something you like. It's starting to feel like you're part of an army almost. I don't want to use that terminology, but you're like, we're a movement. Yeah. That is what we've got to achieve. Yeah, that's what we've got to achieve. A sense of purpose within you, so that you go to bed at night thinking, why do I have to sleep? And you wake up in the morning, woo, let's go. Yeah, because the rate of suicides amongst men is ridiculous. It's crazy. Depression amongst men, and why is that there? The rate of suicide and depression amongst men is there because the lack of purpose. You can be busy and dead inside. You can be busy and dead inside. So as a young man, I only had two desires. I said, whatever I do in life, I just want to be a fantastic father and a fantastic husband. Because those two things look very difficult. If I can achieve those two things, I can achieve anything. So I set myself to that task. Makes only beats. The comment is there on Rena Soch says, well, and save the world. Once you have achieved being an awesome dad and an awesome husband, everything else is easy. Yeah, Brian says, now to make sure I'm a good dad. Yeah, being a great dad is hard work. It's really, really hard work, because it's not just about the utter focus and sacrifice of provision. It is also about being present, which isn't easy when everything is falling apart around you, as it often does for dads. Being present in that kid's life, not using them as a counselor, being that incredible mentor for that kid, even when you're thinking, geez, I couldn't give a poor church mouse advice right now. But still being there for those kids, and even in not having kids, expanding your community in your mind so that you're there for everybody's kids. Fatherlessness is the most destructive force on earth. There's nothing more important than a present father, because that mom, that the lady, that mom, her job is so much easier. So I've got a lot of respect for men who man up and are awesome dads, but often it's almost impossible. Like here in Africa, there's this practice called lobola, where if you can't afford to pay the bride price, you can't marry the woman. So we're in a place that is spectacularly overridden with poverty, and now these guys can't afford the bride price, so you got they can't take care of their kids. Nathan says, I'm so excited for what is to come. I personally learned a lot and will learn a lot more engaging and growing with the community as we play this incredible game. Parents have gone to bed, but they agree. Can't say I have any questions for tonight, though. Most of them are answered, and the rest are yet to come to mind. Going to call it a night. Love you too, Nathan. That's my awesome nephew. So Nathan's dad, Carl, who goes by the term Coach Carl, who's a life coach. I in large part modeled the way that I raised my kids by how he raised his kids. He's one of the most awesome dads. Another fantastic dad is old Rob. Very, very present father. So
hello. So I just
yes.
wanted to check. We did reply to Elliot W in the chats. I don't know if that answered Elliot's questions. I did reply in text, but that was just saying, if you've got infinite redeemers, what happens? And then just saying, how does the kind of investments or the current investments work towards the founders' rings? So I don't know, Elliot, if you're still around. That answers your question, sir. Yeah. But I mean, if you've got specific questions, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, we appreciate all of you.
Also the seats,
go for it, Elliot.
Yeah. Also the seats. So anything investment-wise you've put in, packs, seats, tokens, that all collectively works towards your kind of founders pool. The NFT-based things are separate, but then the infinite redeemers get infinite redeemer plots, right, Unc? In the redeemer circle.
Yeah. Elliot, do you have a seat? Who's do I know you as Elliot? Who do we know you as? Rhonda's amazing.
No. So the seed investment would
Yeah.
count towards
Yeah.
your founders. Yeah.
Yeah, seat investment does count. Yeah, so the founders rings. Okay, great. So Elliot owns multiple seats. Yeah, absolutely. Look, I mean, nothing will come close to seat holders, man. Elliot, rob a bank if you got multiple.
Yeah. So the only thing for if Elliot W is coming from the myth side is that the only thing that's not in the founder value is the Infinite Redeemer NFT. But what we've done there is we give you plots of land based on the number of Infinite Redeemers you have. So if you had 100 Infinite Redeemers, you will get 100 plots of land in the Infinite Redeemer circle. All other things, seats, cash, gold bars, ivory, whatever else you've given us, that goes towards your founders' bucket.
Yes. So if you have a seat, you're within the founders ring. Yes, that is correct. So to help people understand, so in the Myth ecosystem, that was about a token, you know. In the OSP ecosystem, it was about assets. So the seat strategy was to help us build out the OSP MVP, and it's like the seat strategy for Only Believe. There were 77 seats there, 33 seats for OSP. I think we've got 2 Citadel seats left. I'm not entirely sure. Too bad the 100K founder ring isn't in the high district. Well, I mean, that 100K founder ring comes with so much. I think that's got its own spire.
Yeah, it's got its own spire.
Where's the conversation that I had? What is that? That's 100K. Eh? Stand by. I was actually finishing or just working on my stream of consciousness. So just to give you an idea of, I wonder where that picture is. Anyway, to give you an idea of how insane 100K founder ring is. So the at 100K and 250K, it gives you the ability, the tools, the things to actually build clans. So that thing, so 100K, so you get the clan pack automatically. So whether you spent it in Myth or however you did it, sleep tight, Darren. God bless you. So let's have a look here. So that clan tiers level 5, that qualifies as a major clan, means that member cap is 500 members. So if you've spent like $100,000, whether it's in Myth or wherever it is, you've got the 100K OSP clan pack. So obviously the ultimate thing to have is that 250K, and I'll share those things. If you guys have got time, I'll run through it quickly. We're building it out visually as well. It's still a lot of work, but this one, you can have 500 members in your clan, and you have got enough assets to invite people into your clan and give them what they need, to tackle nasty end game things. So the design pillars, so the clan is big enough to siege islands with allies, nimble enough for rapid world boss strikes. The power is coordination, and the infusion ratings, which you'll learn a lot about, not wallet size. So the home, let's have a look here. Home and infrastructure. So there's a named district. So there's actually a district called Elliot W, if that's what you want to call it. You know? It's outside the Spire. It's too big because it's got 6 docking ports. So you've got 6 capital ships. It's got 8 hangars with medium ships. It's got 24 bays for small craft and mechs. Yeah, literally Broden district. Yeah. Tactical ops room. So we're working on how the different clan things work, you know. So Rob really likes the Clash of Clans, and what was the other one? What was it called? You know, that kind of company model, hey, Rob?
Yeah, World of Warcraft, Clash of Clans, where it's a broader. So you can have a kind of a company or a clan which is less personal that you can have available for any players to join. So you could have up to your 1,000 players, and then when anyone in the game gets to the point where they want to do a clan activity, they can go to the clan list, look at the clans, see if there's a clan they like and join it. Or it can be a more kind of personalized, go stand at the gates of the Citadel with your recruitment messages and offer your recruits glory.
There literally isn't enough room in the high district for your building, Elliot. You've got, look at this, your fleet and logistics. It comes with 4 dreadnought super carriers. So 100 players each can climb onto those things. It's 2 times fleet carriers, 60 players each, mobile, respawn, and armory. So instead of people respawning back at the Citadel when they die, they can respawn on your fleet carriers. 12 frigates, that's 10 players each, escort control, 24 gunships, 60 drop ships. So, you know, someone with nothing can literally join your clan, log in, and have access. You can say, okay, you fly that drop ship. You know, a clan vehicle kit, 20 ground armor units, 20 utility haulers. Because it's so difficult for us to actually explain what Operation Safe Place is. The best way for us to explain is everything we love about gaming in one game. Everything. So we like large-scale cinematic insanity. Rob wants to go walk onto a battlefield and face a thing that takes 10,000 people to kill and kill it himself. I want to see 1,000 people fighting something huge. Their battleships shooting at it, and turrets and tracer fire, and then I'll be the gunner, and Kenneth can fly the hovercopter.
Yeah, no, I think visually, looking at Elliot W's question, so those speciality spires are pretty much independent of the ladder of those 3 districts, because you'll see with those like economy hubs as well, like the Infinite Redeemers circles and the 100K spires, they are their own kind of unique properties, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
we just have to look at visually how do we represent that in a circle a bit better.
Yeah. Well, I can actually show them. Let me share this in your Aethera picture, because there's one clan spire already up there. Well, I mean, that's the 250K one on the side there. I see the potentially 100K one. Let me just share it. So Elliot, now you just got to find the other 150K, man. Then you can get the big boy. Let me. Where's the?
I mean, if we need to build Elliot a 500K castle,
let's go.
We could do that too. He wants a moat and his own castle. We can do that.
Window. Okay. Pay attention. Appreciate you, Rhonda. Okay. Pay attention, nerds. So if this is the citadel that you've been looking at over here, right? There's a big wall around it, you know, which you've seen here, right? There's a big wall around it, and there's things attacking outside that will non-stop. In the lore, this is the only safe place where the entire Thera is not under siege. You know, it's there, and you'll learn why, you know, as you progress through the game. So this is basically, you know, what it looks like on the big map. You know, so it's a massive map. There's all sorts of places all over the place, but you'll see there's a citadel. Now, a clan doesn't need to be inside the citadel, because that's the 250k tower over there. That thing is massive, man. That's a clan of 1,000 people can fit in there. And then over here, this would be, you know, comparatively, you know, it's not, you know, banana for scale. Appreciate
Banana
you.
for scale.
Yeah. Sleep tight, Kenneth. Thanks for popping in. But check how massive, you see how massive the damn thing is. You can't, where are you going to put that in there? You've so, I mean, if you're like, for scale over here, you know, it's like that entire spire over there all by itself. Yeah. You know, so you're like, it's massive, you know, that's all I can say. Yeah, so I mean, what's the infusion gear? Ultra exotic vouchers 80, exotic vouchers 240, legendary below 600, mixed infusion mats crates. Oh, it's like crazy, man. Economy and ops. So you've got crafting wing, clan only fabricators. You can make your own clan NFTs. How's that for insanity? Mushy's like, I don't know what you people are saying. I'm going to kill you all, and then I'm going to eat you. Yeah, so your like on governance, you know, you've got like a 9-seat clan council, officer roles, raids, recruiting, training, logistics. You probably like, I mean, we haven't locked it all down. You probably got like a recruiting office in the citadel where players go there. And I mean, remember, so the 250k pack, I think there's only 8 of those, and I think the 100k ones, I think there's like only 20 or 40 or something. I can't remember. You know, for now. And whoever builds those things first, I'm telling you, there's nothing more lucrative than a super clan in this game. Because just to give you an idea, let's go back to this thing over here. Okay. Let's say, you know, obviously those mountains are far away, so they're smaller over here. So let's make them bigger. Right. So let's say, you know, on the other side of this mountain, there's a monster over here, the same size as the citadel. You're not going to go there with a little, you know, raid team that you're doing raids with. You need a clan with strategy who are going to know how to take down this massive cheese monster. This monster made out of every cringy statement I've ever made as one monster. Like that thing, pieces of cheese are falling off it in its hundreds and thousands. So you'd go in there and you'd have like, you know, 200 or 300 players in their different, like it's a battle group, you know, and in their different raid teams and fire teams holding different places and pushing forward while your mega DPS guys are just hammering that big boss, and the tanks are trying to hold aggro. And I mean, like, you know, your dreadnoughts are firing away, and then maybe you guys want to get caught in a ripping and try and jump into the in-between to go face some other terrible thing, but there's no support there, so you can only really survive in there with, you know, proper dreadnoughts and supply lines. And I mean, they're like, what we talk about in the background and fantasize about is utter insanity. and we've come this far. I mean, right now you can go play the game, and we were joking about farts being in the game. You know, when you jump on a jump pad, and the next thing you know, there they were. That's our game. We get to do what we like. Midnight Cat Lady, do you like our farty mushroom jumps? Do they make you happy? Your son loves that. Yeah, my daughter just stays there jumping, and her friends just laugh and laugh and laugh like for 20 minutes, listening to the different farts. They're like, ha ha ha, ooh, hee, hee. It's like, like different laughs for different farts. I'm just being a good farter to them. See what I did there? See what I did? I'm being a good farter. No? No?
Yeah, that could be one of the lines from your cheesy boss. You know? I am your farter.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, check this out. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Midnight Cats Lady. It's one of the features, man. Could even be a series of NFTs that we launch.
Difference between a 100k major clan and a 250k super clan. Just call it that. It's 200, like they're both like different levels of companies actually, because they've, you know, like a normal clan's like 100 people in a clan, and then you got these. It's so lucrative, you know. If you've got these big clans, bruh. So yeah, member cap 500 there, it's 1,000. Dreadnoughts, you got 4 there, 10 in the 250k pack. Docking ports, 6 for the 100k, 10 for the super clan. There's creator passes, ultra exotic vouchers. You got 80 there and 200 there. Seasonal warfront slots. There's a battle group there and 2 battle groups there. You know, bruh. No, all I'm telling you guys is you have no idea. Even I don't think you can even imagine when we say Ready Player One. We're obsessed. This is like Ready Player 1000. Isn't $250 a month for a super clan plot a bit low for the utility behind it? Dude, I think you've got how many? I think you probably got like 1,000 of those plots.
No, where's 250 a month? What?
He was referring to the courage numbers on.
Yeah,
Lush
but remember that is not for the whole plot. That is how many plots are on that thing?
1,000.
There's 1,000
for the 250k one, yeah.
So it's 250 per apartment times 1,000.
Yeah. So you've got 500 on a 100k thing, yeah.
Yeah. So your plots represent apartments. So it could be a spire, it could be a few buildings, it could be, you know, very small housing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be, you know, whatever you, yeah, like Rob is sharing there. I mean, I'll show you what I'm doing because I've got the like Rob, myself, Jason, and Joey. We've got the equivalent of the 100k packs, and you know, so obviously we do other things. Just let me change what I'm sharing here. Present something else. You present something else. Let me take you to a funky town.
If you're still streaming, you're not streaming the site, you can just go into the details of like your Doksuki Tower or the King Tut Tower with all the little squares.
Yeah, I just wanted to show this.
It's the same.
Yeah,
The same
like,
concept.
Yeah, so it's like, so you got different licenses. So like over here, like it would be much cheaper for people to rent, like you know, so you've got 500 blocks like this, and you probably basically be able to choose what you're going to put on those blocks. I think you've got a license somewhere as well to have one of these big shops. Can't remember, but anyway, it's like, you know, you've got, look, you can Doksuki Tower, yeah, you got 3 Midnight Cat. Yeah, that's Joey's section. So you've got 3 nice apartments in Doksuki Tower. Let me take you to Doksuki Tower. Yeah, anyway, anybody else got questions or comments? Or can we, you know, can do something else? Let me see what Funky is doing. Let's see. Where? Yo, I've got so many windows open. Good. Broden's finally feeling great. Jeez. Come at me, bro.
Leonard's busy sending me wows.
Is
Is Leonard still here?
Elliot, I would say it's a pleasure, but you laughed at me when I said you must spend another 150k. So it's a semi-pleasure.
And look, Elliot, like we said, I mean, if you want a 500k castle, we'll build you one, sir. If you want your own mini citadel outside the citadel for the right price, we could negotiate.
We got your back.
Leonard?
I've elected to selectively tone out a specific voice in my head.
No, he was asking. What were you asking about, Leonard?
No, I was saying.
Where's your tower?
I was saying that if Elliot wants his own citadel that is made entirely of cheese, then I mean, it can be discussed if you want a cheesy dough.
Yeah, but he's like saying silly things like he wants to build this castle IRL. Come on, IRL, that's not even real. There is no real life. There's only, you know, the citadel.
You missed the beginning of the presentations. All roads lead to the citadel.
Yes, all of them.
All of them.
Even your cheesy road.
The cheesy brick road even goes to the citadel.
Oh, look, Broden's he's coming at you, Rob.
Oh, well, he's not wrong. There's a cheese brick road leading to a wizard's castle, you know. With enough time, there won't be a road anymore.
Oh, look here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Whoopsie. We are... Go buy Funk. We're almost at 100k. What is that? So close. Okay, bye. What's... Well, you know, I'm not just going to end streams and leave meetings and stuff without saying goodbye. Right?